thing and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, now how do I make host?
Alright. HTTP.
Hey, fun fact, guys. We are now at Tropical Depression number 29.
Nice.
That's okay. I'm at regular depression number 29. It doesn't have to be tropical up here for me to be depressed.
Wow.
I just, God is the only one who's gonna get this, but I keep thinking of the, like, meme of Kiria where someone tells him to get out more, and it's just him in his Hawaiian shirt on a beach, and he's like, now this is a tropical depression.
Love it. Love it. Alright, so
Xaid was good for memes.
Xaid was good for a lot of things. And yet...
Xaid was good for a lot of things, and rider suits were not one of them.
Agree to disagree. They were good suits, but maybe not good rider suits.
Yeah, I am fond of the Xaid suits. I am very fond of them. I am even fond of Snipe, even though it is the worst thing I've ever had to see with my eyes.
So I don't have any images, but just for those of you who aren't Toku nerds who are listening to this, Snipe, they're Power Rangers, essentially. And Snipe is based off of shooting games. They're all video game themed suits. And his suit, despite him wearing a helmet, has like an anime emo bang over one eye for no reason.
And it's neon yellow. And he's the Call of Duty Power Ranger in that season. He's also the angsty, depressed one. He's basically Blackjack. If you know the very old Tezuka series, Blackjack.
I do not. So that's completely lost on me. I'm very sorry.
He was like a like underground, unlicensed surgeon. He was literally just Taiga.
Oh, okay. Well.
He, like, straight down to the, like, white in his hair. They went so hard in on Blackjack with Taiga. It's kind of ridiculous.
Alright. Need to close this out. I think I got everything ready. We've just got another 3 minutes before we're going to properly start. Tegan.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. What's Sono?
Where on my stream manager do I go to force it to host you?
I believe you just go into your chat and do either exclamation point or slash, but you do one of those. You do the command host and then my name is Gata, and it'll supersede anything on your host list.
Okay, I have to like go into my channel.
You do need.
It won't let me do that from the stream manager.
That sucks.
I see a host button when I go to the stream.
Y'all get a button?
I have a button.
Amazing, you have a button.
I don't know if that's because of the Better Twitch TV stuff, or if that's an actual Twitch thing.
Probably Better
You
Twitch
guys
TV.
got a stream?
I don't think this is working.
You're working on it, Tegan. You're working on it.
I haven't done anything.
You have messaged me and asked for basic information, so that's something.
I have, yes, and I also I messaged Alex's brother and asked him if he would help me set up like a cool background and stuff because he is like affiliated and stuff.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, will you show me how to do a cool thing? And he was like, yeah, do you want to do it now? And I was like, you went to a wedding last weekend, so can we wait until after your 14-day period?
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, I did forget about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do that later, but I'm doing it so that I can set it up for Impossible Thing because supposedly we're gonna start streaming again.
With
Rocky
your real faces?
I don't know. We'll figure that out. We're working on that.
Brian becomes a VTuber when? How much money do I have to give to you to make Brian a VTuber?
Money? Right, that's the real question.
I can hook you up. I can hook you up with all the VTuber peeps.
I would love to be a VTuber because I want to see myself as an anime character, not as a real person.
Don't we all?
You don't do that already?
Yeah, right? Like, you know, you haven't seen my personal avatar on Twitch. Well, you have, I'm sure. See my little I use a
there
pit
we
crew
go.
as my avatar, and like that's what I want. That's just it.
Yeah.
I just want that.
Like I said, I could hook you up.
She looks happy and not tired, and I am always tired.
All right, we're about to get started. Is everyone ready?
Sure.
I
believe
think I need to get another drink.
I did not hear what Essie said for some reason. Let me up their volume a smidge.
I think that's just proof that I need another drink, if you couldn't hear me.
Lol.
Oh, are we drinking?
No. Golly, no.
Okay.
Not that drink. Not that drink.
I feel like this is the third stream in a row you've asked me that exact question, Tegan. Are you trying to tell me
I
something?
No, I
should.
just want to make sure. Last time you were like, well, I'm drinking, but I didn't find out until partway through the thing, and I was like, then I could have been drinking, because I don't like drinking by myself. Makes me feel bad.
Speak for yourself.
Oh. I very rarely drink by myself, but I also haven't left my house in a year.
Yeah,
So-
There's
Oh.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes
When you
you
have
just
a
gotta
cat,
do
are you ever
what
really
you gotta
alone?
do. That's
that
true.
depends.
That's true. Rosie is up my butt 100% of the time.
Do you have that cat wine? You know, there's cat wine. It's got like catnip in it.
Ooh.
I gotta get some. My cats are weird. My cats don't really like catnip.
Drunk brisket.
Drunk
That-
biscuit causes
that
more
is-
problems on purpose.
All right, I'm going to kick this off. Here we go.
I
Alrighty then. Howdy farmhands, my name is Gata, and welcome to the stream. Tonight we are doing something a little out of the ordinary. We are doing a tabletop role-playing game called What's So Cool About Wizarding School, written by Litza Bronwyn. You can find this on itch.io. It is a fun, cute little game. It's like 5 pages long, and it is themed around a certain book series about magical teenagers that go to a school, whatever. So,
Little Witch Academia?
come again?
Little Witch Academia.
Yeah, sure. It's sure. It's
Yeah.
themed after Little Witch Academia. Thank you. I am joined with a few of my friends. We have Sono Mikan. We have Tegan from The Impossible Coin. I keep adding a "the" onto it, and I'm very sorry. It's not what your
It's
podcast
okay.
name is. And
It's
then
okay.
we have Essie and Jun, my dear Coopervisors, and they will be playing in this game. I'm going to be DMing it. And let me switch over real quick. Whoop. Ho 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 ho. We have a new overlay for tonight. Everyone say hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
As y'all can see, we have a Discord thingamabob over on the
Oh.
side, so you can see who's talking at any given time. Isn't that neat? Isn't that
Oh, that's
fancy?
awesome.
Fancy.
Yes.
That's
Very
so fancy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we also have, if I go to my Discord, can I? Hello world. There we go. Yes. So you can see as we type in our actual Discord chat area, we're gonna be doing our dice rolls in chat. For those of you who are playing, just so you know, the command is !roll. Let me do this. Roll, and then it's what? 2d6? Yes, this game is 2d6. So when you type that into chat, it'll automatically roll dice for you, tell you what you rolled, and we can go from there. It's not quite as tactile as physical dice, but for the sake of this adventure, we kind of need that. So yeah, how are we all doing today?
Gotta, you've...
Yeah,
The
I see it
slideshow.
too. I see it too.
What's going on?
the slideshow for Mary Jo just says it's Beatrice.
It does, yeah.
Oh, and so does
Oh, what,
Bianca.
do they all?
They're all-
What?
They're all just
You're all
Beatrice.
What do you mean they're all Beatrice?
All Beatrice.
We are all Beatrice.
Except for me.
Crane is Crane.
Yeah, Crane is fine.
I am so mad. I have had
It's
to
hilarious.
redo these slides 3 different times, and somehow
I'm so sorry.
no, it's fine.
It's
Hold
honestly
on.
a whole mood. Beatrice is secretly the best character, so it's fine.
All right.
So that's why we had to have her 3 times, right?
Honestly, it works because the house trait is trickery.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so Mary Jo should be fixed. Let's get Bianca up in here. Hold on.
At least you could see their names and their pronouns on the art itself, so go by those.
You are correct.
I also changed my display name in Discord, so it's showing as Mary Jo now instead of Tony.
Good idea.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good
also
idea.
do that.
Okay.
I think it'll help people. I don't know anything about anything, though.
I will also change my pronouns in the Discord because Bianca's pronouns are different than mine.
Ooh, fascinating.
Well, I figured we could keep our personal pronouns. Why did it all disappear?
Oh no.
That's fine. She, her is also fine for me, so it doesn't really matter. I'm fine with either.
All right,
Hey,
so
Crane's still there, so hey.
Beatrice works.
The
Hold
power
on.
of being able to use multiple pronouns.
Mary Jo works.
Yeah. Crane has multiple pronouns. She,
Yes.
they, then he.
There's a title. Now we'll loop back around and make sure the first one works.
You know how there's always
No.
some error?
No, it doesn't.
This was today's error.
Why doesn't it work?
There's always something. That's just how streaming goes.
That's how streaming go.
I've learned that.
Hello, Andy. We're having technical difficulties.
Of course.
All right, let me see if I can't.
It's okay, that's why we're here. We're all learning. This is an ongoing learning experience for when Gata eventually hosts like a long-form tabletop role-playing game.
God.
And we're all here.
Yeah, better I mess up now on this special Halloweenie special, as opposed to when we're doing something. All right.
It's all part of the
Okay,
aesthetic.
there's
because it's
Bianca.
Halloween.
We did it.
Yay!
All right. So,
We did it together. All
Yay!
of us.
all of
We
us
all
together.
helped.
Every last one of us did, yes. I'm going
I did
to
nothing.
save
I was-
this.
I did
I was
nothing
definitely
and accept some
involved in
credit.
Close this.
I existed.
That you did. That
I
you did.
was here. I showed up.
Yes. We got a participation thingy.
All right.
I don't know what that's called.
All right. So, Sono carried the team. That's true, Dredz. That's true. Pardon me.
I guess you can't pause on one of the slides, can you?
I cannot. No, I would have to
Okay.
reset the whole thing and time it differently.
Don't worry about it then. Never mind.
It's it's mostly meant for a quick review for people who come into the stream late. As I do not want us to have to stop and re-explain who's playing what, who's on third base, that sort of thing.
What's on second?
What's on second, every time someone new comes in. So this is more for a reference and a really quick title screen of the game we're playing, so if anyone wants to go check it out, they can.
I wrote down everyone's information pre-stream.
I probably should have done that. I took notes on everything else and then realized I'm missing something. What am I missing? I'm like, oh yeah, the basic information for the characters. Huh.
I'm
That's
just
okay.
gonna scream up on a monitor, and I'm just gonna look over at it now and then.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, to give everyone a quick overview of the game we're playing, it is called So What's So Cool About Wizarding School, and it is a very simple game. Whenever you try to attempt something, you roll 2d6, add any advantages you may have, subtract any disadvantages you may have, and if you roll an 8 or higher, you succeed at your thing. Each of the characters have chosen a selection of things, like their names, the kind of wand they have, what they're good at in school, and you'll be able to reference those to get those advantages. So, for example, you get a +1 advantage if you have your wand, the upper hand, a relevant skill, some kind of cover, or another thing that helps. And these can be accumulative. Like if you have more than one of these things, you can say I have this and this and this, and you can add them all together. You have a disadvantage if they have a wand, you have no wand, you're exposed, they have cover, you're far away, or you're injured. So that's pretty much it. That's the entirety of the game. Congratulations, you all know how to play.
Yay.
Hooray.
Yay!
Do we?
No, that's okay though.
We'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually.
It's
Never
better.
assume I know anything.
Ooh, valid.
Okay. I am ready to start. Are you? We'll do proper character introductions once we get underway.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
good.
Let me...
More or less.
More or less?
I'm making notes as I go.
You're making notes as you go. There you
That's
go.
how-
I have
we do.
5 different colors of pens to make notes.
Amazing. All right. Oh. My emojis thing is on the wrong layer.
Oh.
There we go. I was like, why did that tiny emoji just disappear in the top corner? Oh, I see. All right, I fix it.
Just drifting into the background.
Just drifting into the background. Here we are. I think this is the right music.
Oh, there's music?
Ooh,
Oh, what a
that makes it
magical
even more
experience.
atmospheric.
I'm sorry that I can't somehow thread it in so that you guys can hear it as well, but for the audience, this is probably great. All right.
That's alright.
So, the night is Halloween. The 4 of you are students at Poggerton School for Magic and Mystery. And as you
Okay.
know, being students at this school, Halloween is a special night of the year. Not only is it the night when the veil between worlds is at its thinnest and your magic is thus the strongest, it is also a time of feasting and Thanksgiving and other such celebratory things at this school. The biggest of all is the great feast that takes place every Halloween night. Students of all ages join together in the Great Hall to have wondrous feats with each other and their teachers and just have a grand old time. This year, the Great Hall is decorated in oranges and greens. There is goop coming down from the walls and enchanted bats flittering about the ceiling. It is very, very spoopy. I immediately need a glass of water.
I'm so spooked.
It's too spooky for me.
You think it's too spoopy? Should I dial it back?
Yeah, I think I need to leave. Sorry, bye.
No, it's okay. I completely understand if the spoop
I
has...
thought your character was the all-around good character. You can't be spooked.
Yeah,
it's
no.
all right. I'm allowed to be unsettled, but I'm going to continue ahead bravely against
There
the
you
wishes
go.
of the other main characters.
That's actually a very valid point. Your on your character sheet, you listed down a jack of all trades mentality, which is a
I
bit
did, yeah.
OP. So I think I need to put some sort of limiter on that. How does this sound? You're a jack of all trades because your character always seems to know a guy. And every time you
Ooh,
try
okay.
to use your jack of all trades feat in order to get past whatever's I put in front of you, you have to explain who you know, how you know them, and what exactly their deal is.
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
Does that
The
sound
idea that
good?
it's, I know a
I love
ghost.
this.
Make
I know-
it more
I know.
Halloweeny and be like,
I know a ghoul.
ghost.
I know a ghoul.
I know a ghoul. Oh my
Hang on,
god.
I read about this once in the library.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just gonna do what Hermione doesn't say. I read about that once.
There's a busted pipe. I know what to do. I read about this.
I've played Clue before. I know how to fix this. You're
I played Mario. I know how to fix a pipe.
Speaking of your house, Tegan, why don't you describe the house that you are in, and I guess your character. Who are you?
Hello, everybody. My name is Mary Jo Sutinson, and I am the totally not self-insert main character of the story, obviously.
Oh, main
I
character.
Yeah, I have shoulder-length brown hair that has a slight wave in it, straight cut bangs, brown eyes, average build, average weight, no distinguishing features whatsoever.
All of us can insert ourselves into the eyes of Mary Jo.
Yes, exactly. If you want to play this game, you can play as Mary Jo, because whatever you're good at, she is also good at. Whatever
Wow.
you're bad at, she's also. But she's a little bit clumsier than normal. Oh, how terrible!
Oh no. That-
right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
See, I gave her a flaw. She's not a Mary Sue. She has flaws.
I do have a pet labradoodle whose name is Bunny, and I have been working with my mother, who does magical creature care at the local veterinary clinic in our city, to specifically teach my dog Bunny how to speak.
Andy's in chat saying, "Oh no, she's clumsy. How quirky of
Oh
her."
no, how quirky! I'm so
I love
clumsy.
it.
And like, I'm not like other girls because I like reading, and I don't like television.
I hate this already, but okay.
I love it. Yeah.
What
This is amazing.
What house was Mary Jo sorted into when they joined Poggerton's school?
Mary Jo was sorted into Philomath High School, which is the house that is most commonly associated with teachers and imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that jack of all trades kind of comes in, because everyone's trying to constantly show each other how to do the stuff that they can do.
Oh no.
So I've been working to try and teach my classmates in my dorm how to make their animals and familiars speak to them without using magic, just using muggle or whatever, like regular human means.
Right. Non-magical means.
Yeah, non-magical means. Yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, it's dumb. It's big dumb. I look boring. It's great. It's mwah. Our house is most adequately described or symbolized, I guess, by the very auspicious imaginary creature, the Wang Doodle.
Yes, the majestic Wang Doodle.
The majestic Wang Doodle, which looks different to everyone except that it does have house slippers on its feet, wherever its feet may be.
So you actually see the customary flag of your house flying in the rafters along with the flags of other houses. The other houses have like intricately like sewn on designs of the individual beasts that represent each of their houses. The Philomath flag has a giant question mark, but there are slippers on there, like below like the period on the question mark. Like, yeah, okay, we know it has this, but
yeah, we know it has this, but like the
rest is just kind of.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing: is that we in Philomath obviously know what the Wang Doodle looks like, but
Obviously.
we are arguing every day about what the Wang Doodle looks like. It's great.
Are you trying to teach others what your version of the Wang Doodle
absolutely.
is, and why it is the best version?
Like, I don't understand why Bob over there, he says the Wang Doodle has 4 cloven feet, and that the slippers then like grow out of the cloven feet, but that can't possibly be right, honestly.
As you enter the hall,
everyone knows it's only got 2 feet.
As you enter the hall,
is there a class for the Wang Doodle that just like teaches others how to properly argue your stance on the Wang Doodle?
It's something that our head like professor runs, and it is the debate club.
It is the debate club.
Absolutely the debate club.
Very good.
As you walk into the hall, you actually see Bob off at one of the tables, and the moment he sees you, he glares and takes up 2 cups and like clops them together, like threateningly in your direction.
I stick up my middle finger at him because he is a prep and I do not approve.
Fuck Bob. Anyway.
Fuck Bob.
Did you really?
Mary Jo truly is the main character.
Also,
is it because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? This is actually JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
No, I wish.
Mary JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've never seen the anime, so I couldn't even begin to actually make references to that.
Has anyone in this group seen it?
I have.
No.
I've seen
Okay, you're the only one.
Sono has seen it.
I have watched parts 1 through 5. I have not read any of it, but I feel like I've absorbed enough of part 6 by knowing one person that I know.
Mary Jo.
I've seen like 10 minutes tops.
I've just seen the memes.
Yeah, exactly. 10 minutes worth of memes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Right.
I mean, got it. You've watched Forza, and that's essentially the same as part 4.
Really? Okay, fair enough. I'll accept it.
More or less.
More or less. Okay, fair due. As Mary Jo enters the hall, they happen to see an empty seat sitting nearby. There is no house seating. No one is separated by their house. They can sit pretty much where they want. But she does see one of her friends and an empty seat next to them. That friend is, let me choose randomly. Who should it be?
Wow. Just roll.
I'm going to say...
Yeah, 2d4.
1 to 4, total 4. Which one is the 4th one?
3 others.
I think,
Mary Jo is the 4th one.
Mary Jo sees Mary Jo. Oh my god, there's
wow.
clones. No. They see...
I kill Mary Jo. I
trust
trip-
no one, not even
I
yourself.
trip and fall into Mary Jo, and we both like become one person again.
Mary Jo
Is that
was
why you
Heard
have
that?
so many? You have a jack of all trades because there's several other Mary Joes, and they're all each good at one thing.
I absolutely hate this.
I'm a set of quintuplets, and we're all sorted into each house, so no one really knows.
great.
It's like a Nurse Joy situation, only instead of all being good at the same thing, it's different things.
Yes, this is perfect.
Anyway, you see Crane. Crane, you are already sitting at a table, and next to you are a pair of students that you also know. They are in your house, Myrtle and Sycamore Soots. Myrtle, when you came up to the table, was stuffing her face with candy, but saw your familiar and immediately lost their appetite. Why don't you quickly...
What's wrong with turmeric? Turmeric adds lots of spice.
Myrtle looks sickened at this. Why don't you explain who Turmeric is, and while you're at it, who you are and your house?
Turmeric is my toad. So my name's John. My pronouns are he, him, his. I'm going to be playing Crane today, who is a trans woman witch with an orange toad named Turmeric.
I love Turmeric.
They look like a little leaf, I decided.
If anything happens to Turmeric, I will kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Fair.
Oh, good. So I don't have to do it. Great. All right.
I mean, if anyone hurt Turmeric, I'm first in line to beat him up.
All right, so you'll be first in line, and then the other person will kill everyone and then themselves. Great, gotcha. All right. So Crane is sorted into the house I've called homonymiki, which is very hard to pronounce. It doesn't really mean anything.
Homonymiki.
Homonymiki.
I need to know this as the DM, and I was looking at it and being like, what the hell? But go on.
Homonymiki is known for dexterity and arts and crafts. And so Crane is sitting at the table making their own potion, which is bubbling green and frothing, and has told Myrtle that candy doesn't look vegan.
Myrtle looks down at like the whole Snickers bar that she's like she has two of them, like double fisting Snickers bars, and she looks at them and she's like, "No, I'm pretty certain it's not. I mean, if you wait for the meal to start, there'll be salad, maybe dressings."
Why did your dad give you 2 Snickers bars?
God, I wish that was me.
Jeez. Myrtle pales even further and leans back away from you, very upset by your presence. And her twin, Sycamore, leans over and says to you, you know that she doesn't like the toad, right? Like, that's her one thing. She's scared of frogs. It's nothing to do with you or your potion.
Why is she scared of frogs? They're not very dangerous or venomous either.
I mean, some frogs are.
Only poisonous, actually. Venomous is a different subject.
Usually the poisonous ones are orange.
Yes, well, that's why it's a good
Is
spice.
Beatrice there as well? Beatrice just pops up into the conversation.
I thought that the 2 students you were describing were actually the other players.
No.
Just random
No.
twins.
These were
I appreciate.
these were NPCs. No. But sure, Beatrice can be there. Why the hell not? Beatrice, how are you doing today? What's your shtick?
Beatrice is from House Loki-san, known for trickery, uses they, them, and has a pet cat.
Ooh, a pet cat. What kind of pet cat?
In the hoodie. Oh, just a little Halloweenie kitty.
Just a little Halloweenie kitty. Adorable.
Yes. And Beatrice knows Crane because they were both almost sorted in the same house, and they just never split up since.
Yep.
Good. Good. That leaves only one character left to enter, and that would be, let me see. I didn't have an interesting way of adding them into the... Oh!
Idea. They come into the hall, like, open the doors, like, all flashy, and there's Bianca.
There's...
With the birds, white doves flying behind them.
But no, they're crows. It's crows.
Oh.
So it's all blackbirds.
Is Bianca the kind of character to make that flashing at entrance?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Birds.
That wasn't my plan, but I can roll with it.
All right. So as the three of you and the Soot twins, are having this lovely conversation about the poisonness of various frogs, the doors nearest you burst open, and there's Bianca. Sono, could you explain who Bianca is to us and a little bit about your house?
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sono. I am playing Bianca Whitethorn, who is... she is from House Owlsight, which is known for diligence and precision, be that physical or mental. On Bianca's end, it tends to be a little more on the mental side. She is proficient in divination, with an affinity for crow augury, or crow divination. She does have a pet crow. Her crow does not have a name, because crows give her answers. She does not give them answers. She is from a long line of bird augurs, and that is the family motto is, if you got a question, go ask a bird.
It's there are words to live by, quite frankly. Words to live by. How does Bianca know the others? Are they potentially friends, or do they have any classes together?
The one stipulation you gave us, Gata, is that they were all friends.
I'm
They are all friends. Who was it? Was it Mary Jo who had her mom's tarot cards?
Yes, I do have my mom's tarot cards.
So Bianca probably saw her with those once, and that's probably how they met, because she specializes in augury, she does a little bit of everything. You gotta be well-rounded. If someone's coming in for a reading, you're not always gonna have a bunch of birds.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of birds may not always fly by outside, so you gotta be flexible.
Results may vary.
Accuracy of following predictions may vary due to lack of birds.
Sometimes there's not a bird to ask a question to. That's why you gotta keep one. You gotta keep one in your pocket.
In your pocket.
In your pocket.
Pocket bird.
Pocket crow.
Somebody comes and tries to get their fortune read in like the dead of winter, and you're like, "Do you see any birds? Do you see?" No. It's cold. They've all gone south. No future for you.
Come back in May.
Come back in May. I love it.
But I guess she just, she knows everyone from class. Sometimes, actually, probably everyone knows her from just being outside for something, and suddenly there's a lady shouting like, "Yo, 3 birds from the east. 3 crows from the east." And everyone's like, what does that mean? She'll tell them depending on the time of day.
Ooh.
So how exactly does bird augury work again? Is it they ask the birds questions, or is it just the sightings of birds mean different things?
The sightings of birds generally mean different things depending on where they're coming from and what time of day it is, or sometimes just where they're sitting.
Okay.
What kind of bird also very important.
But she specializes in crows.
Specializes in crows. Okay. That's really cool. I like that.
That is a real thing, by the way.
Yes, I figured that it was, but that's interesting. I like that. All right. So the 4 of you have found yourselves in the Great Hall. Is there anything you want to say to each other before the feast begins?
This candy doesn't look vegan.
I don't think most candy is vegan. My dog treats are vegan, though. Do you want one of those? Are you a little peckish?
I'll have one, yes.
Okay. I give Crane one of my vegan dog treats.
How does it taste?
It tastes very fine.
Average. It's average.
It's average, yeah.
They're all average. Buddy likes them, but they're average.
Does anyone see any pumpkin pie? I just want the pumpkin pie. No?
Turmeric is in a pan, and Crane just hands you the pan with turmeric, like an orange, big. Like, is this close enough?
I don't.
You know what? I'll go for it.
I don't think we should eat the toad.
No. We're not gonna eat the poisonous toad.
Myrtle squeaks at the very thought of it. Myrtle squeaks at the very thought of it and scoots the seat over.
Frogs are like a delicacy in some countries, you know that, right? If you're going to be traveling the world later as a witch, you need to be able to eat the local cuisine.
Fine with eating frogs, just not this one.
Yeah, it's just a joke.
Snails? Would you eat a snail?
Sure.
I mean, if it was prepared right,
are snails vegan?
No, snails are not vegan. No, they are not.
Technically, no.
I mean, maybe. What exactly? No, let's not get into that again.
So they're an animal. I believe that means it's not vegan to eat one.
Also, usually they're cooked in butter, and the butter that's used is most definitely not vegan. Yeah,
that's true.
All right, as you are.
Gummies are not vegan. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I just remembered that.
You are correct. Gummies are not vegan, but also Haribo bears exist to destroy your internal organs. So please never eat Haribo bears. It's not worth it.
No.
Only
don't
the
eat the sugar-free ones.
Honestly,
the normal ones are fine.
The sugar-free ones will destroy your organs.
Honestly, though, no, I wouldn't suggest it. That's my tip to you. All right. So the four of you take your seats and you get ready for the feast to begin. And the doors at the far end of the hall burst open. There's a flash of light. A bunch of doves come flying out. But of course, Bianca already came in, so the effect is kind of lessened. But instead of Bianca, this time there is the headmaster. Jeremiah Troglog is a middle-aged man with a fire-red hair that looks as though it is actively on fire, stretching back behind him. He wears dashing white robes. Jeremiah Troglog. Troglog, yes. Jeremiah Troglog, the headmaster of Poggerton's School of Magic and Mystery. He swoops in to a small smattering of applause, and he looks a little disappointed. Normally, his big entrances get more response than that, but again, Bianca already came in 5 minutes earlier, so it's kind of not the same. He kind of puffs his chest out and gets his flow back, and he goes through and he high fives a few students and he ruffles some hair and he's saying happy Halloween, and he stops in front of y'all's table, and he turns to, I'll just choose one at random, he turns to Mary Jo, and in his once empty hand,
of course it's Mary Jo.
He turns to Mary Jo, the main character, and with a flick of his wrist, he is holding a playing card out to you. It is the Two of Hearts, and he says with a smile on his face, "Is this your card?" I will point out that at no point during the day or week previous have you been asked to draw a card from this man.
Right. Oh God, I don't. Oh, no. Maybe.
Average.
Maybe it might be. Where did you get it?
It might be. It's either a yes or a no. And he looks at it. He goes, "Oh, silly me! This is my card." And he quickly puts it into his shirt pocket.
Turns into a business card.
No, nothing that gauche. He laughs at
just the flying doves and the flaming hair. I gotcha.
Right. You got to keep a limit on that stuff. He laughs at his own admittedly terrible joke, and he asks the table as a whole, "Are you enjoying your Halloween?"
Yes.
I prefer the wisdom pie.
The pie? And he looks down at the table and he goes, there's the salad, there's the roast. I don't see any pie on this table, but... And he picks up a lollipop and he looks at it. He says, there is a lot of candy. He takes a lick. I thought dessert was for after the meal. Oh well, I'll see about your pie, dearie. I have to go to the front now and get this whole thing started. Have a good night, everyone. And he pops a lollipop in his mouth and he walks up towards the main tables.
Good night, sir.
Does the main table also have candy on it?
It does, as a matter of
Why
fact.
the heck did he take our candy?
That was our candy.
Like, oh, well.
I mean, there's plenty of candy.
It's not like Crane
Here's the
would have eaten
Snickers,
it anyway.
Fair.
At the head table, you also notice that not all of the teachers have quite filtered down to the head table yet. Normally the teachers all sit at the main head table. But the two teachers you do see there are some that you know fairly well. First of all is the potions teacher, Hildegard Crabapple, who looks very upset that she is here. You know her to be fairly grouchy, fairly grumpy, not a big fan of students exploding cauldrons in her classroom, and particularly not a fan of celebrations of any sort whatsoever. She's kind of a grump.
So the name Crabapple, that's means crabby.
That's like a literal.
I get it.
I don't know what you mean. It's not as though every character in this universe's name is somehow perfectly based on their personality and personal, affectation.
Mine is Antigone Crane. They both mean crane.
That's funny how that works out, isn't it? It has nothing to do with anyone's particular writing style or lack of creativity.
Damn.
We're just dragging him at this point. It's fine.
Yeah.
Remus Lupin, the werewolf.
Yeah. The
You
wolf
mean
man?
Wolf McWerewolf?
Fucking
Werewolf.
Moon. Who invited
Moon
Moon?
I almost named my dog Moon Moon.
Of course
I
you
like
did.
Moon Moon.
It's a good
course
name
you
in
did.
general.
Sitting next to her is the groundskeeper and flying teacher, Penny, with her familiar, a giant boa constrictor named Mr. Slithers.
I love it.
Horrible.
Penny is actively trying not to fall asleep into her dish. You know that Penny suffers from some sort of magical curse that causes her to fall asleep mid-sentence constantly. It's kind of adorable, except for instances where there's something that she could potentially fall and hurt herself on. In this case, she keeps kind of like listing forward a little bit. It's kind of almost going down before Slithers quickly uses his tongue to wiggle in her ear to snap her back to attention. And a lot of students near the table are actively watching, in excitement, wondering, is she gonna fall? Is she gonna? Oh no, she's awake. She's back. She's kind of falling forward, going. And the headmaster joins him at the table, and he looks at the empty seats, and he says, "Well, we might as well get started then. The others will join us eventually, I'm sure." F's in chat for poor Penny. Never saw that one coming, says Andy. Me dragging, jowling, rowling, cowling. Yeah, it happens. So, I have opinions on that woman, but we won't go into it.
We all do, but that's not for
a second,
tonight.
I thought you meant you had opinions on Penny, and I'm like, what did Penny do?
What has Penny done to you, Gata?
I have opinions on Penny. I like them.
Aw, well that's nice. Penny likes you too. Isn't one of your skills flying?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So you would know Penny fairly well, seeing as you're the
would.
flying instructor.
Yes.
All right.
I think it's very dangerous that they keep falling asleep while flying. So Crane will often make sure that they don't fall off their broom.
Aw. Does Crane wave to Penny?
Maybe a little bit.
They don't see. They're too busy trying to stay awake.
That's what I thought.
The headmaster picks up a goblet and taps it a couple of times, and all the students turn to pay attention. Most of them were stuffing their face with candy, but they all stop eating long enough to look over and see the headmaster with his brilliant smile, and he takes the lollipop out of his mouth and waves it around like a magic wand on its own, and he says, "Welcome once more to another Halloween here at Poggerton's. As you know, we have been dancing and celebrating for the past few nights, and tonight is the night. The veil is at its weakest, our magic is at its strongest, and we all join together once more for a night of fun and feasting." Oh, the music suddenly got a little intense. I forgot to switch over to something a little less.
It's the secret intense music because he picked up a goblin goblet.
Yes.
Goblet.
Everyone roll for initiative. It's combat time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
How do you roll for initiative in a 2d6 system? Yeah.
Not very well. Honestly, mathematically speaking, not very well. Anyway.
Can I just be in the middle because I'm averaged?
Ted set in the middle because you're average. I love it. But no. He says other important plot details you may need further in this adventure. He, shit. I had the notes for his speech here.
Veil is at its weakest, we are at our strongest.
Veil is at its weakest, we are at its strongest. Yes, he says, in accordance with the traditions of old, we have decorated our homes and ourselves in the scariest of attire, not to scare off those that would scare us, but to prove that we are stronger together than they are alone. So, join me, my friends. We will celebrate another wonderful Halloween! And the moment he raises his goblet in this triumphant Halloween, Penny falls face first into her dish with a splat.
Oh no.
Mr. Slithers was watching the speech too closely and forgot to continue to wake Penny up, and Penny immediately goes face first into the food and begins to snore. There is a general laughter from the crowd as, "Oh, that Penny! Yeah. They did it again!" But then, the four of you hear another splat. A lot closer than the head table. You look, and you see that your friend Myrtle has also fallen head first, sound asleep, into their dish.
Toad poisoning.
What?
I checked for toad poisoning.
Before you check for toad poisoning, can you turn her head so she's not inhaling her food and
I'll do that.
We put her in a safety position.
Okay.
I thought checking for toad poisoning just assumed that I was making sure that they could breathe. Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. So your friend falls over unconscious, and the first thing you do is, well, better clear that airway.
I mean, yeah.
Her twins.
I wonder how often that happens.
More often than you think, actually, because as her twin sibling Sycamore starts going, Myrtle, and poking their sister, like going, Myrtle, come on, wake up. You hear more sounds of people being confused and afraid, and you look around to realize that one by one, student after student, person after person is falling over asleep onto their table. It's widespread enough that a few students are actually like getting up and like going, oh my god, what's going on? There's a general air of uncomfortable and concern, as about half or maybe 2/3 of the student body is all of a sudden asleep. The headmaster sees all this and goes, oh, and then falls down to the ground.
Oh.
What?
I sense trickery.
You sense trickery.
Yeah,
this
your
is
house
the doing
skill.
of House Loki'son.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Sense trickery.
Beatrice, did you put sleeping potion in all of their drinks again?
Not this time. It's not me, I swear.
I wonder if that was northeast instead of north this morning.
Bianca's trying to quickly make sure they remember where north is, to make sure they didn't cite the birds wrong. Rip.
It's much more like disorder than good news.
Okay, I have a question. Are house feasts usually like a time when there is potentially a lot of turmoil? Is this like a regular occurrence on Halloween? Maybe? Or is this like, this is the first Halloween that something wonky has happened?
There's that one kid.
I just assumed it was sleepy time nap hour.
There's that one kid who there's this one kid who joined the school like just this year. He seems a little weird. Something about a destiny. This is the first year this has happened, but I'm joking.
It's his
of course.
fault. Okay,
it's got to be his fault.
It's his fault. It's got to be. Great. That's
annoying.
Is his name Cherry Pooper?
Yes.
His name's like Brad.
Cherry Pooper, whose name hopefully means nothing, but it probably does in this universe, looks around and like snaps his fingers. He goes, "I got all the bad luck," but no. As you are having,
both of his best friends are asleep next to him.
He's like, "Darn it, we're not gonna go on adventures this Halloween, guys." Hermione and John.
John.
Yeah.
John's in Philomath. I've decided that Philomath House is just all the boring names.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's because no one expects us to know anything useful, and it turns out we know actually a lot of useful stuff, and we're used for exposition a lot of the time.
I like it.
John's like, I have 20 siblings, and somehow I'm not interesting at all. But anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All of my
I think
are
that's
way more interesting than me.
God. But yeah, so a bunch of your classmates have completely fallen unconscious around you and do not seem able to be roused. What would you like to do?
I put a pillow under Myrtle's head.
Instead of a pie.
Myrtle is still unconscious, but you
Just like, why did you have that?
I just assumed it was sleepy time nap hour after we ate a big feast. So I had this prepared.
Fair enough, I guess.
Also, it's magic.
Yeah.
Are you really that surprised?
I ask questions to birds.
You should ask the birds then how I had that pillow.
Is it too late for birds?
Hey guys, was Myrtle eating anything?
How did they have that?
Roll for bird.
Okay.
I'm a bird. Do I count?
Does anyone have a marker?
11.
All right, you got an 11. That's more than an 8. So
11 for bird.
Somehow, your bird actually gives you information. I'm not going to explain how, but you just seem to know.
I am good with magical creatures. Maybe I speak a language.
Amazing.
No, this is Beatrice's bird, not.
No, I don't have a bird.
No,
Bianca's
this is
bird.
Bianca's bird, not Beatrice's bird.
I keep looking at the Discord thing to make sure I have the names right when I direct things to them, because there's 2 B names on this list, and I'm like, oh, God, for the love of God.
Yep.
Why? Just why?
You're welcome.
Actually, I did not check the other character names before I named Bianca.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. This whole stream was a little slapdash, but whatever. It's cool. It's going fairly well so far. Chat seems to be enjoying themselves.
Only all of the students have fallen asleep except for us 4.
Not all of the students. There's actually a bunch of them still freaking out around you.
No, really?
Yeah. Sycamore's like,
calm down and go to bed.
Sycamore is actively shaking Myrtle, trying to get her to wake up, and it's not working. Nothing they try is waking Myrtle up.
Wait, I thought Sycamore and Myrtle were both stuffing their face with candy. Was only Myrtle eating candy?
Only Myrtle was eating candy.
Okay.
I thought Sycamore collapsed right after her sister.
I don't recall saying that.
No.
I actually just want to grab Sycamore and try to question, what has your sister eaten lately besides, candy?
What has
and
happened?
other stuff? Has your sister eaten poison stuff? Did your sister
I checked for toad poison.
That's true. You did check for toad poison. So we can rule out that. It's not toad poison. Sycamore stutters as you shake them a little bit. And they go, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's Halloween. Like, she always eats a lot of candy. Like, we came in, there was candy here, and I don't know. I don't know if she ate anything else. She was just kind of going for it up until Crane showed up. And then, of course, she lost her appetite because of the toad.
Told you not to take candy from strangers?
Candy coma.
Candy coma. It's a diabetic coma. You're absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm. We need what's can't friggin' diabetes.
My dog's not a diabetes dog, but can I see if my dog can sniff for diabetes?
Sure. What advantages? Okay, how about this? You can magically ask your dog to sniff for diabetes, but I want you to roll to see how successful that is.
Okay.
So,
Insulin. We need a bunch of insulin.
What?
So much insulin. Okay, I got a 9.
Okay, you have a
But
9.
with my jack of all trades and my mom working at a veterinarian clinic, I feel like we would be familiar with actual service dogs. So maybe I get to add a bonus.
I would say yes. You get to add a bonus for each of those things. You do.
2 bonuses. Okay, so that's 11.
That's
then.
11. It's still over 8, so you still get it. Your pet. Did you say your pet's name? I'm sorry, I didn't write that
My
down.
pet's name is Bunny.
That's right,
Just like-
Bunny.
Literally just like the dog that
Bunny.
talks on TikTok. Literally just like that.
Okay.
But a different breed of dog.
I don't use
because I
TikTok,
think
so
Labradoodles
I don't
are
know who
cute.
Bunny is, sadly.
Bunny is a dog, and her mom is teaching her how to talk on TikTok using like what's essentially like a signboard for nonverbal autistic children,
Okay.
or not verbal children with autism. And what it is the dog selects the buttons that have select words with them
Mm-hmm.
and is putting together sentences. And right now they're working on time. And Bunny has figured out like morning and afternoon, but is struggling to figure out when exactly nighttime is.
Aww.
It's very cute. So she'll be like, Mom, walk. And her mom will be like, well, we'll walk later. And she'll go, poop now. And then she goes, okay, I'll let you out to poop. She's a very smart dog.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, and they're also selling kits if people want to purchase them for like
Amazing.
the buttons and training materials and stuff. But yeah, that's it.
So I have to ask you, is your Bunny a trained diabetic dog?
No, my Bunny is not a trained diabetic dog. My dog is just learning how to talk.
Bunny hops up onto the table and looks at Myrtle's and licks her face a little bit, and Myrtle doesn't stir. And Bunny looks back at you with kind of like a, well, I've done what I can do.
Okay. But it's not diabetic. It's not a diabetic coma.
As far as you can tell, this is not a diabetic coma.
We
Sweet.
haven't tried insulin yet.
Do you have insulin?
Are you diabetic?
Is
this an unknown character trait?
Insulin spell. Insulinius.
Well, I'm not the spellcaster. Who's the one that's good with spells? It's not me.
I'm not good at charms.
Oh, I'm good at charms.
You should know the insulin spell, Insulinius.
I mean, I assume that was part of medical magic. I don't know if I was particularly good at medical
what you
magic.
do is you take your wand
Okay.
with the blue part facing the sky and the red part towards the thigh, and you
Okay, and you jab it in really
You jab
in the
it,
thigh, right?
while saying Insulinius.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Sycamore's like, I don't think my sister needs an injection. I feel like that's not something.
It's not an injection, it's a charm.
It's a spell.
I don't think you should do that. And they gently try to like move your hand like away.
I actually agree. We don't know how that will react with Myrtle because we don't know Myrtle's medical history.
Oh, that's fair.
Medical malpracticus.
Then we all go to jail.
Jesus.
That's an evil spell. That's
That's
one of the
dark
ones you're not
magic. It's
supposed to
forbidden.
do.
That's the forbidden magics.
Jesus Christ. Bianca, do you have anything you want to try? Everyone else has had to go.
Bianca's just gonna look out a window and see if there are crows somewhere.
Okay, sure.
You've got a crow in your pocket. Ask that one.
But I know where that one is. That can't tell me anything.
You look out the window and you do see some crows.
Are they coming after the candy?
Okay, where are they?
They
Do
are.
I need to roll for that? Do I need to roll for bird again?
Would you like to attempt to augur using the birds?
Yes.
Okay.
That is what she's trying to do, so.
Alrighty then, you can go ahead and roll and add any bonuses you think is accurate.
Let me take a look at what I'm supposed to add bonuses for. Relevant skill.
You got that. You have your wand on you?
Yes.
You have a
I
relevant
mean,
skill.
It's school, so what student isn't carrying it?
Relevant house trait is...
Legends?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. Because precision.
You are inside, so you are behind cover.
Yeah.
Technically.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
gonna go with 2. I'm gonna go with 2.
4. I'd say +4.
I'm just saying, the rules say that if you're behind cover, you get a plus.
Yeah, there's a glass
I
pane
technically
between
am.
you and the birds, so I mean... Well, no, to be fair, because there's a glass pane between you and the birds, they are also technically behind cover, so it cancels out.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
alright,
you're
alright.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 2.
Okay, alright.
How far away are the birds?
As long as I can see them, it doesn't really matter.
Alright.
Okay.
Sorry about that, my cat just knocked a thing over.
So
Oh, no.
so earlier in the day you augured some birds and you're like, "Oh yes, good news." But then you're like, "Wait a minute, which way's north again?" These birds are flying in the same direction and it occurs to you, "Oh no, that's a bad omen actually. This is really bad actually."
Oops.
Yeah, if that was northeast, that actually meant disorder. Out of nowhere. Whoopsie doopsie. Need to calibrate my compass.
Speaking of out of nowhere, those of you who are actively trying to assist the unconscious Myrtle and the freaking out Sycamore, you notice something happens with Myrtle. Their body is still perfectly still, but this substance starts pouring out of the hood of their jacket. It is black and it is wispy, sort of like smoke. And it starts just from, the openings in their shirt, but then it starts raising out of this skin itself. It starts smoking up from their body. And this black mist joins the trails of black mist coming from a select number of other students and starts coalescing into a shape in the middle of the Great Hall. At this site, the still conscious students begin to disperse. There is screaming. A few of them run off. You notice the teacher that has not fallen unconscious at the front, the potions teacher, whose name is on another page again. Yeah.
Them. I bet.
Hildegard.
I bet they're the one.
Hildegard
Crabapple.
Crabapple stands quickly and turns and books it out of the Great Hall. They're 1 second they're there, and the next they're gone. But that doesn't matter to you because the black mass finally firmly coalesces and turns into a giant toad.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
The toad is a bit larger than a large dog, big enough to ride. Let's put it like that. And it lands on the stone floor with a wet plap. The toad turns towards you and says in about as threatening a sound a toad can make, "Arrgh."
Oh no, I'm so afraid.
I would actually like to take a moment to just think about if I know of any spells or potions that could cause this effect.
Okay.
So let's see. That is I have my wand. I have a skill in potions. Relevant house trait is Trickery, I could argue yes, because it would be a trick.
Okay, sure. So you're trying to...
Certainly not a trick.
This is some kind
So
of
that's
prank.
3.
You're trying to think if this is any prank you've heard of before in your years of trickery?
Yeah.
Okay.
11.
Okay. So you know of spells to make people fall asleep. You know of spells to summon giant toads, for example. But you can't seem to rack your brain and think of anything that would cause, like, smoky toads to come out of unconscious people? You're thinking this is, like, some advanced, like, 10-star trickery kind of going on here. You can't quite think of something that would replicate this effect precisely.
This isn't regular darkness. This is advanced.
Advanced darkness.
I hate this. Can't believe this.
You have us playing children, of course we're gonna meme.
It's fair enough. Fair enough. That was the wrong pipe.
Well, I tell them that what I think, what I heard from all that. Like, I know the spell to do this, and I know the spell to do this, but
Why
don't know how
are
to
the
combine 'em.
students dissolving?
Well, the students aren't dissolving. They're still there, but there's this mist coming off of their sleeping forms. This isn't like some Thanos snap bullshit. Like, they're not dead.
Well, the term that Crane uses for this predicament is dissolve.
Okay, fair enough.
They're getting dusted.
Perfectly balanced.
Frog's as big as my dog. I don't like that. That's a big frog.
Yeah. Should
Can
I put it
Say that's
outside?
a bigger frog.
Is that do we?
Bigger dog.
Can we get like a big Tupperware and like put the frog in the Tupperware and then like scoot it outside?
Because I don't think it's
can we touch
supposed
it?
to be here.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
we
actually-
teach her how to communicate using the button system?
I'm just gonna yell at the frog, hey, can you leave?
The frog goes blah back at you and kind of waddles forward a little bit. It looks very angry.
I reach out my hand. I want to see if the mist is like if I pass my hand through the toad.
Oh, that's a good point. All right. So you go up to the toad, and the toad opens its mouth to go blah, and then you pap your hand on its face.
Yes.
And it stops because it's like, what? Your hand?
Is this gonna be like a How to Train Your Dragon moment?
Oh my god.
Yes, and I get my own writable toad.
Can Crane use toad handling to see if this toad automatically becomes their new familiar?
Oh my god. Do you...
It replaces turmeric.
No!
Because
Repl-
it comes to it.
Sorry,
It's now big.
Bigger.
Fine, turmeric is mine now.
Turmeric is like...
It becomes turmeric, but bigger.
The
Yeah,
ki-
exactly.
That's TOO.
Turmeric 2.
Turmeric.
The camera like looks over your shoulder at Turmeric sitting in that pie pan, and there's a single tear goes down his little froggy face.
No, turmeric's with me. No.
Aww. I mean, if you wanted to roll to try and befriend this toad, by all means.
Yeah, I want to befriend the toad. I don't have my house isn't known for animal handling, unlike the other houses. But I do
None
have
of
a
us have that.
Yeah, none of us.
Isn't there a house that's about animals?
No, but I am good with handling animals. Magical creatures.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. One of the
because-
classes that Beatrice is good in is magical creatures.
Okay. Well, because Beatrice is my friend, and
Oh!
creatures, and because Mary Jo is my friend, and their mom is a veterinarian.
Now
that gives
hold
me
on.
+2.
No. You
Yeah,
can't-
that gives me +3.
Now hold
Because
on.
I know a guy.
No.
No, you see, +1 for helpful possession. The possession is me.
That's not... That breaks how the game works, everyone. You can't take skills from someone else's character sheet.
I'm saying that they're my friend, not that I'm taking their skill.
But... No.
I'm standing
Hold
right
on.
there next to him.
Hold on. I will
Assistance.
give you, Crane, a +1 for having the upper hand, because you have shocked this toad out of its bleh for being so gutsy as to just go up and pap it.
out of its
Okay.
butt.
I'll take it. I got a 6.
Yikes. Well, you would explain to me how this a friendship attempt is meant to go. Like, what exactly do you do to befriend the toad?
I think exactly what you say. Like, I'm not afraid, so I don't run away. I just go right up to the toad, squat in front of it, and I maybe try to make a similar sound and have my hand on it. So I'm just like, bleh.
Oh no.
The toad looks up at you and goes, bleh.
Bleh, bleh.
And then its little toady eyebrows furrow together, and it goes, bleh. And it's
I think
big.
you insulted it.
Hmm?
I think you insulted it.
I think I insulted it.
Its big fat toady tongue rockets out of its mouth like a punch and gets you right in the gut.
Ow.
And you go flying backwards onto your butt.
Not onto my butt because I'm a very good flyer. I fly gracefully through the air.
Okay, you gracefully fall onto your butt.
Yes.
Bianca's just gonna go like full hands on hips and be like, hey, that is rude.
Excuse.
Blah.
That is rude.
I'm gonna join
apologize.
Bianca doing that.
It's my fault. They don't have to
No,
apologize.
apologize.
I'm
You came into
sorry,
our school
Toad.
and beat up our friend. Not you.
Oh.
No, Crane, you're good. Beatrice and
came
Bianca are
into
gonna
our
stand
school.
there and just.
Through a bunch of other people somehow, and then you beat up my friend? Say you're sorry. As Bianca just stands there, scolding this toad.
I love Bianca.
Yeah.
The large toad kind of like rotates like a bulldog does with its big arms, and it looks at Bianca and its little froggy. I keep hopping from frog to toad, but it's meant to be a large toad.
It's either wet or it's dry.
It's either wet or it's dry. I keep switching back and forth.
Schrodinger's toad.
Schrodinger's toad. Well, it's a magical frog toad, so let's say
Exactly.
it's both. All right.
It's both slimy and bumpy.
The large amphibian of questionable design turns to Bianca and does that thing with its front paws, that kind of like scraping the ground like a bull before it charges, and it wiggles its little toady butt and starts charging at Bianca with a blah.
Gonna attempt to jump up on a table.
Okay.
Valid.
What are you attempting to do once you get on that table? I'll just give that to you.
Not get hit by it charging?
Oh, you're specifically trying to get out of the way.
Yes.
You do know that toads can jump, right?
Yeah, but it's not jumping, it's running.
Yeah, it's running. Do toads run well? I don't
What
feel
if
like
you
toads run.
duck? What if you duck and it jumps over you?
Is this like a known magical creature? I should probably ask that.
I should probably have asked that.
Yeah.
A toad? Yes, I have.
No,
one.
not this particular toad.
Crane holds up turmeric from their spot.
This one.
No, not the beautiful tiny toad in your hand, the big one.
Bianca, you do manage to get out of the way. I'll just give you that. The toad rams into the tables, and shakes them a bit.
Andale.
Oh, now you're gonna crash into the tables? Man, she's just gonna turn to Crane and be like, "Turmeric isn't this rude? Are they all like this?"
Wait, is this like a literal?
Turmeric
Wait.
is a nice
Got
toad.
Got it. Did you make a literal bullfrog?
I
Did you make a bullfrog?
see. This is the part of being a DM where your players make connections you didn't. So you just say yes, and they think you're a genius.
It's
Wow,
genius.
God, that's amazing.
But yes, no.
So smart.
You've solved my bullfrog puzzle.
Okay.
We figured it out. Now we can say its real name and it will go away. Bullfrog, bullfrog, bullfrog.
Jeez.
I don't know how to
So-
calm down a bull.
While Bianca's trying to avoid the toad,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna roll to try and figure out exactly what type of toad this is and if I know anything that could make it stop
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with my +2 from wand and magical creatures skill.
Bianca is just gonna keep yelling at this toad.
All right. So with your roll, you're looking at this toad and you're like, do I know this thing? And you're thinking back. You've heard of, like, you know, giant frogs. You've heard of giant turtles. You've heard of giant this, that, and the other. You've heard of giant frogs, but they're much larger than this one. Like, and also it's entirely the wrong time of year for them. Whatever this thing is, it's not this particular frog is not a magical creature that you recognize.
Oh, we need to make it migrate. We need to help it migrate, guys. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, is it because
That's
it's
why we
too
need to put it
cold?
in the Tupperware. Put it
Supposed to
out.
go in
I
a
have an
warmer
idea.
climate? Yeah.
Mary Jo,
Yes.
do you know any spells to make this frog shrink?
Oh, that would probably be a shrinking charm.
Yeah, but are you good at it?
I'm good at charms.
They're average.
Yeah, I'm average. I'm average. I might be able to shrink it a bit.
Are you average with a +1? Average with a
What?
-1?
It'd be average with a +1, I think, because I'm good at charms, and then I have my wand,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think I'm. It's not behind cover, but also I'm not behind cover. So
Since Bianca is actively distracting the toad with her yelling, I'm going to say you also have the upper hand, if you would like.
okay, so that's a +3 then.
Beatrice. Wait, how come Mary Jo can use Bianca as a +1, but I can't?
Bianca's actively doing something. You're just saying Beatrice knows things,
What?
Yes.
therefore.
Well, I'm average at it, but I didn't do it because I got a 7.
I would have added another +1 actually because of your house is all
I
about
rolled-
teaching and imagination.
Right, but I
And
did
imagination's
roll.
very good for charms and spells, isn't it?
Is it?
Like you have to imagine it
Is
happen.
it gotta? Is it
Sure.
gotta? Okay.
Sure.
Oh, that's an 8. I barely did it then.
All right. So you
That's about average.
you launched
I averaged it.
the most adequate spell, the most adequate charm, and it doesn't hit the toad dead center. It just kind of off to the side a little bit, so even your aim isn't that great. But because it is so large, you do manage to hit the giant toad with the shrinking charm. The toad was in the middle of going bleh at Bianca, who was still lecturing it, and mid-bleh, it shrinks into itself to be the most average-sized toad you've ever seen in your life.
How average it is. I scoop it up. I carefully scoop it up into a small Tupperware. Well, it's not small Tupperware. It's an average size.
An average-sized Tupperware.
Average,
Yeah, I was
average
gonna bring-
sized Tupperware.
I was gonna bring some leftovers, back to my dorm, for a midnight snack later.
A Tupperware.
Perfect.
Don't you mean like a candy basket? Pretty sure
No,
we
I-
all have that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure are there candy baskets on the table? Can I put them in a candy basket?
Yeah, you can put them in a
instead?
candy basket.
Okay, I'm putting them in an average-looking jack-o'-lantern shaped candy basket.
Average Jack.
You put...
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I have toad food if you want to feed it later.
Oh yeah, let's throw some toad food on it. Let's see if he eats it.
I got a pepper shaker and out comes flies, dead flies.
Oh, gross! I hate that.
Ugh.
I hate that, but I don't react to it because, yeah, you fed your toad in front of me before. All right.
The now average-sized toad sitting in the middle of a plastic jack-o'-lantern head, a little unsure how it got here, has a bunch of dead flies just rained on its head. It looks up at you and gives a tiny little before
That's adorable.
exploding
Oh, dear.
into a cloud of smoke.
Oh,
The smoke flies out through the gaps in the top of the jack-o'-lantern.
Tupperware would have been the better option.
I
Dang
think
it.
it was allergic to flies.
Probably.
Oh,
Also,
dear. No.
Tupperware have lids, and we could have kept that smoke in there. Shoot.
Uh,
Oh well.
The smoke reforms a little distance away from you into a black cat with glowing yellow eyes. It stares at you and hisses and then bounds off down a hallway.
Bunny chase.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to order your dog to chase it?
I'm ordering Bunny to chase it, and I'm gonna follow Bunny.
All right. Mary Jo
My cat's
and
just meowing quietly.
Good cat.
good cat.
I like cats.
Bunny and Mary Jo immediately take chase, and I'll ask what the rest of you do in a second. But behind you, Myrtle snaps awake. She goes, huh? What happened? And Sycamore is like, oh my god, Myrtle, I thought you were dead. I'm so happy you're okay. And Myrtle's like, what's going on?
She fucking died.
Oh my gosh, you fucking dead. But no, she is awake and very confused. Sees the other students around who are unconscious and goes, huh? What? Huh? What's going on? What's happening? All right.
I'm gonna get my broom and go after Mary Jo and the cat.
Okay, you just have your broom on you.
I just have it, sure.
Okay.
Bianca's also going to chase after them because she's not done lecturing this toad that is now a cat.
And Beatrice is just gonna be like, no more candy for you, and run after them herself.
All right.
Like, steals all of Myrtle's candy, no more for you, and runs after them.
All right. So, you guys take off down the stone hallways after Bunny. The dog's a little faster than the lot of you, and you're having a hard time keeping up.
Except for me on my broom.
Except for Crane on their broom. Are you gonna get anyone else to fly with you, or is this a one Crane broom?
It's just me.
Just you and your old pal Turmeric. Does
Akio broom.
Akio broom?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can try and summon a broom if you'd like.
Why are you trying to summon my broom?
No, I'm a spare broom.
Sure, you can give that a shot.
Hey!
Yay! You got it.
Damn!
Dang. Wow, that's the best you could...
Just nicest broom in the castle.
He's lucky on Halloween.
I guess so.
I got one for Mary Jo, for Bianca too.
Okay, fine. So, sure, why not? I don't give a shit. This is a one shot. I can't argue with you about the world building in this universe. We're not coming back to it, so why the fuck not?
We haven't built the world yet.
We haven't built the world yet. So yeah, you wave your wand while you're running, and you say the magic words, whatever they are, and a pair of brooms come careening through the hallway up to the pair of you, and you both have access to a broom to catch up to Bunny. Unfortunately, Mary Jo does not get to be faster than anyone else. She is quite
They're
average.
Yeah, I'm just average. It's okay. I'm probably gonna trip and fall down,
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm
true.
hoping that Bunny's gonna keep on the chase.
The four of you, with Mary Jo taking the back, follow Bunny around a corner. Let me see here. There isn't anything equivalent to like a saving throw in D&D if I just throw something at you.
I
I mean, we could still just use the pass-fail system.
I suppose
you know?
we absolutely could. One of the rules in the game was that there are more rules and you can make them up as you go along, so sure, why not? I'm gonna ask Bianca, Beatrice, and Crane to really quick roll. And the only bonuses would be, say, if you are dexterous or a no flying, because there is a wall where there shouldn't be a wall directly in front of you, and you are all going to careen into it.
Oof.
Bad.
Oh, ouch.
No. Bianca is dead.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Bianca definitely breaks her nose minimum.
Crane,
Yeah.
you were leading the pack right behind Bunny before you turn the corner. You see the wall, and with your flying skills, you screech to a halt. But both Bianca and Beatrice are not quite as good in the air, so they turn the corner, and they smash right into the wall, and they fall down.
Oh
That
no.
looked like it hurt.
It did.
I'm gonna say you're both
Are you-
injured,
I'm like-
by the way.
Oh.
Do we know
I-
how the hurting system?
There is not a health point system in this game, but you do get a disadvantage for being injured. So for right now, I'm going to say that smashing into the wall counts as an injury. You can probably fix it using magic or something. I don't know. You have wands and
No,
shit.
what? No way.
I'm gonna make sure my cat is okay before anything else.
Oh, the cat is fine. I would never harm your cat.
I like Bunny.
Yeah, but
falls onto
what
its
if-
paws.
But what if
It's fine.
she fell out of my hoodie?
No.
She lands on
Oh
her
my
feet.
gosh.
She's cat.
Your cat is
My
perfectly
adorable
fine
little
in the hoodie.
kitten.
Your cat saw the wall ahead of time, jumped out of the way, and is climbing
Yeah.
back to your hood now that you're on the ground.
Yeah, get fucked, Beatrice. I ain't falling into a wall for you.
I like come around the corner and I'm like, "Where's my dog?"
Yeah, that's actually a very good point.
Where'd
Bunny's
it
not
go?
there.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, the wall shouldn't be in this corridor. And Bunny has disappeared.
Where's my dog? I shake the bag of dog treats to see if that makes her appear out of somewhere.
You
I come up like, oh, I will have another one. Yes, thank you.
I will give you a dog treat, but I'm still gonna shake the bag. I've
I
accidentally
assume
conditioned
Crow is
Crane.
okay.
Yeah, your crow's fine. Your crow flew
Crow's
alongside
better at
you.
flying than I
Your
am.
crow can fly.
Crow looks a little ruffled from having to do a quick stop, but they didn't crash into anything. So your crow is fine.
So the pets are just looking at us like, wow, you guys suck.
Galla's not good for anybody's pet, but Bunny is missing, and that's not cool.
Mary Jo, when you shook those dog treats, you actually heard Bunny barking somewhere off in the distance. But for whatever reason, you actually can't place what direction that barking is coming from.
Can
It's because
Bianca tell with her
hearing's only-
ability to talk to crows and know which direction is which?
my hearing's only average. I hear her, but I don't know where. So I know she's not dead, at least. That's good.
That's something.
That's better than nothing.
You said
Can
Bunny
I try and
barked.
figure it out with my compass?
Sure.
Here's a better question. You said Bunny barked. Did my cat's ears twitch in any direction?
Ooh, that's a valid point. No, your cat is actually looking around in confusion.
Okay.
And Bianca, you pull out your magic compass because, as we know, compass tree is witchcraft. I don't know.
Magnets are witchcraft, yeah.
You-
How do they work? Who
Magnets
knows?
are witchcraft. That's true.
You pop it open, and the needle won't stop moving. It's not like spinning frantically, but it'll rotate to one direction, pause for a second, rotate to another direction, pause for a second.
Are we in the
Oh,
magnetic
no.
hallway? Is
That's
this the magnetic
not normal.
hallway?
Did it move around again? Seriously?
As
You
you
need a demagnetizer.
as you bemoan how bullshit the internal workings of your school are, the compass snaps to a direction, and your hoodie kitty also snaps to the wall directly in front of you, and you watch as the wall fades away, and you are back in the hallway, and Bunny is right in front of you, looking very concerned.
My dog!
You did it.
I give Bunny many
Good
scripted and treats because Bunny is a good dog.
We saved Bunny.
That's
We did
very
it.
good.
We did
We
it.
solved the adventure.
Yay!
We solved the dog puzzle.
Bunny is
Where's
very
the other
concerned
cat?
and very happy to see you again.
I'm
Where's
happy.
the big cat?
Can Bunny tell us what happened with their limited?
Oh yeah!
Your
I
buttons.
pull out my mat.
You pull out the mat of magic dog buttons.
Mat of magic dog buttons.
How many words are on that mat, by the way? Like, how much?
32 words.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
They're not all great words. There's a lot of like dog specific words. So like walk, pet, like bathroom, that kind of stuff, you know? And then there's like my name, my mom, my dad, love you, that kind of stuff on there. So like this won't be the most helpful, I'm sure. There are a
It's
few
something.
there are a few like direction things like upstairs, downstairs.
Is the word scary on there?
I think concerned is the word that's on there instead of like scary.
That's the word that Bunny is hitting over and over. Concerned, concerned, love you, mom, concerned,
Concerned,
concerned.
What a
I was
good dog.
concerned too, but I'm glad you're safe. I tap Mom, love, Bunny.
Aww.
Bunny wags their tail
Mom, happy.
and licks your face all
button
over.
for cat?
Oh, good dog. What
Is
a
there a
great dog.
button for cat so we could ask Bunny where the big cat went?
Yeah, so after like we scritch and we get her a little more relaxed, a little more relaxed, I say, I tap cat went, and then the question mark sound. So it goes cat went,
Cat went,
Cat went,
I'm gonna need you to roll to see if you're able to use your training to get across to
Okay.
Bunny.
Alrighty.
We have dice, we may as well use them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then
Dice are for using?
They
I have
are.
my wand.
I thought they were just for, rolling around and playing.
Looking pretty.
I have my
No,
wand.
not eating.
We're working on.
They are
Hang on.
click-clack rocks for putting in your mouth. No, that is not
Okay.
true.
I have my wand. This is something we've been working on, and I have dog treats to give her for praise if she gives me good answers. That +3.
I'd say sure, go for it.
8.
Eight.
Very average.
Very average, even with bonuses,
Average.
just the average.
Even with all the average. I'm doing great.
Bunny-
Average is great.
Bunny listens to your query, and it's clear that she understands. But she looks around wildly and then looks back at you and keeps hitting concern.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Are you worried about the cat, Bunny? Are you worried about the cat?
Ow! Concerned dog noises.
Oh.
As you're talking,
Good dog.
Beatrice, your kitty in your hood starts shifting around a little concernedly, and you notice they're actually looking over your shoulder.
I look as well. Do I see anything?
You see a wall where there wasn't a wall before, blocking your way out of this
shit.
hallway. As a matter of fact, you look.
In character. Oh shit.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you look up and you realize, hey, wait a minute. This doesn't look like the hallway we just went down. This looks like somewhere else entirely in the school.
What?
It's still a hallway, but you don't really recognize it. It looks a bit weird.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Gonna look at my compass again.
Is the school in Kansas?
Yes, Kansas is canonically the most magical place in the world.
Okay, so I think that means in that case we must be in Kansas City, Missouri, which is near Kansas but not quite Kansas.
Oh.
That's probably the problem.
That's
That's gotta be it.
It exists in two worlds at the same time. That can't be natural.
It can't be natural.
It's Kansas, but can't-zis at the same time.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, no, Bianca, you asked
my
it.
compass.
Your compass
again?
is once again freaking out.
Okay,
I really
Are-
gotta get this thing fixed.
are we definitely in a school hallway?
You are.
Yeah.
Do we recognize which hallway we're in, even if it's not the hallway we're supposed to be in? Is it near any of our regular classrooms or dorms?
That's a good point. Should I have you roll for that?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll have you.
We go to these classes on a daily basis.
You
I
do.
think we would recognize the hallway.
I will give you a. I didn't think this out. This game doesn't have that many mechanics. But yeah, I'd say you have a +1 considering you are a student here. You should know where this is.
Oh, I didn't type it right.
You gotta put an exclamation point before
I'm
roll.
dumb.
It's all right. It's all right.
Dom, you're average.
Yeah, I'm average. So it was bound to happen eventually. 7. I didn't get it.
All right.
We're in a hallway.
We are definitely in a
You know that you are in a.
Fun.
You know that this looks like the school hallway, but something about it is off, and you can't quite put your finger on it. Beatrice, were you also rolling to see if you recognize the hallway?
I thought we all were.
I thought it was just Bianca.
It's okay. It doesn't really matter one way or the other.
I wasn't checking to see if I recognized the hallway. I was checking to see if my compass was still pointing in the direction it was for a second.
No.
Well, I'm rolling for
And it's not.
recognizing.
Okay. So, you recognize this hallway as the one near your potions classroom.
No, I'm not taking potions this semester, that's why.
That's why.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta
be it, man.
Well, you at
Hey,
at one
guys.
point during your schooling, you had to take like the baseline, like the introduction to potions. So like you've
Yeah.
been here before, but it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, and I have potions like in the spring and summer semester because like it's cooler in the potions room, like naturally, and I don't want to do that in the winter, please.
Yeah, it's too cold. Yeah.
It's too cold.
But yeah, that's where you are. As a matter of fact, the potions classroom is not terribly far from where you're all standing right now, and the door is ajar.
Suspicious.
The
Hey,
door is
guys.
ajar?
No,
Can
the
we
door-
make it a door again?
Can we turn it into a door? Can we transform it into a door?
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
A hand reaches out from the doorway, picks up the jar, and retreats back into the dark room.
I'm
Creepy.
following the jar.
Guys, before you go anywhere, does anyone think that Professor Crabapple's been acting kind of strange lately?
Crabapple sus.
Sus.
I don't know.
They were in the potions room, and we were all in the dining hall. Where was the body found?
So far, there hasn't been
Yeah,
any actual dead bodies so far.
No, the bodies were found in the cafeteria.
Yeah,
The
we
bodies
found
were
all
in
the
cafeteria.
bodies.
I hate this so much.
So were they.
I hope you all understand I hate this so much.
This is my favorite thing.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves. That's what matters.
Okay, well, y'all just go ahead, lead the way. I'm just gonna keep thinking about Crabapple
Dark.
while
And I
following
too.
behind you.
Why are you thinking
find-
about Crabapple? Are you gay?
Do we
I
need a
mean,
light?
yes, but
I mean, not for her, but
yeah, not for Crabapple, but yes.
but yes, in general. High five.
High five.
Do we need a light? Is it dark?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, the inside the potions classroom, you can hear moving around and some cursing and some muttered okay, so I got this and then I had that. I gotta get some of this. The clinking of glass jars you can't really see.
I pull out a regular ass flashlight and turn it on. No
I
magic
cast
required, just
flashlight.
I hate this. But okay, sure. Why not? I haven't been limiting your inventory so far. Why would I start now?
I'm gonna do that thing where you point a flashlight straight up at the ceiling, which causes it to spread the light out further than if you were just pointing it straight ahead.
You're
Magical.
smart.
You
Physics, I think.
you
Still magic.
Yes, science magic.
you turn your flashlight on, and it illuminates. Not great. It's the average amount of illumination. The potions classroom.
Definitely. So if you have ever actually like shined a flashlight straight up instead of going out, like in a room, it does only do an average amount of illumination compared to like if a beam was showing on it. So
That's true.
that's right.
And your potions teacher, Crabapple, jumps and goes, ah! Her wand is immediately pointed at you, and the light of a spell is on the tip of it. I would like everyone to
Young is
roll.
gonna shout across the room. You were swearing you gotta put money in the swear jar.
Okay,
Is
everyone.
that what the jar is for?
Yes.
Oh, that's what the jar is for.
Okay.
So we have a wand.
The
They
only
have
no,
a
the
wand.
only person who gets to roll now is Mary Jo. The rest of you spent your reaction cracking wise.
Okay, I have my wand. I think I'm technically prepared because I'm the one coming in with the flashlight.
Sure, why not?
And we heard them rummaging around.
Right. However,
And I'm in the back, so I have cover, but at the same time I'm injured, so plus and minus,
It
it
don't have
evens out.
All right.
I will also say that you're exposed, Tegan. So maybe
Okay.
knock one off of that.
Okay.
So does that balance it out to a 6?
Yeah, but I rolled a 4.
Okay. All right. So as everyone cracks wise, let's see here.
You fools.
Yeah. So everyone cracks wise, and all at once you are all bound in magic ropes, and you all fall to the floor.
Aww.
All 4 of you.
But look, I had a 12.
Okay, fine. Only your ankle gets wrapped up in magic ropes, and it knocks you over, but you are otherwise free to do as you please.
Fair enough.
Alright. Crabapple sees who you are as you cry and fall to the floor, and the flashlight bounces around. And she stomps over and she goes, "What were you doing? You don't just walk into people's classrooms in the middle of an emergency. What are you even doing in this hallway? This is on the other side of the school."
We just showed up here, ma'am.
How did you
We don't
get
have an
here
answer
so
for.
fast?
But you were in here swearing in the dark, and it sounded like something was going on, and we wanted to make sure you were safe. You're welcome. Put $1 in the swear jar.
No. We were chasing a ghost cat that came out of the smog that was in the toad that came out of all the sleeping people in the cafeteria. And we ended up here, and we don't know how, is probably the more honest answer.
Okay, but I'm gonna say that both of those things were true.
Both of those things
Your
probably
part just
are
came
true.
first.
Oh, yeah.
That is the how we got here, and this is the why we came in the dark classroom.
Yes, and we did have a flashlight,
That's true.
which is now on the ground. So
Correct.
How
it's
did
not like
you
we're
get here so
fucking
fast,
magic.
Crabapple?
Crabapple points to Bianca and says, "I'm gonna have to ask you to spot me this time. We're in the middle of an emergency. I'll get you your $1 later." And then she turns
I'm gonna hold you to that one.
She turns to Mary Jo and says, "That is the most fantastic thing I have ever heard come out of your mouth. Therefore, I know it has to be true. Everything else you say is just average." She says,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
She says, "So there was smog coming out of the students, and it made a
No,
toad?"
not smog. Smoke.
Smoke. The very important distinction in magic, yes.
Smog
Smoke.
Smog is thick, I'd think. Oh well, anyway.
Yeah.
So it was more wispy. It wasn't as
Yeah.
cloistering as a smog would be.
Yes, exactly.
Just-
Can you?
But
can
it
you
formed
untie us?
into
Wait a
a
minute.
solid
Hang on.
toad.
Can we get untied so that we can help?
She goes, "Oh, I mean, sure." And she steps out of the doorway to the rest of you in the hall, and she waves her wand, and the lot of you are untied. And she says,
Thanks.
"I ran to my potions classroom in order to get an antidote to whatever this is. Clearly, everyone's falling asleep. I immediately came back to my stores to create a potion that would force them all to wake up. Whatever is attacking this school wants us to be unconscious and easy prey. Therefore, I have to do something to stop that. If you would join me in my potions classroom," and she turns around and walks into a solid wall.
Oh.
That's exactly that. See that?
Well, that was
That happened
very
to me, too.
logical.
That happened to me too. I understand that one.
Yeah.
That
We get that.
is Bunny sniffing around the edge of the wall.
B-
The
sh-
sudden wall.
Sure, Bunny is.
Does Bunny notice anything? Does Bunny alert to anything?
Bunny looks at the wall and kind of cocks her head and goes like, "Arr?"
I put the buttons on the ground again.
With her back leg.
She makes the question noise.
Hmm?
Hmm?
Bunny, without breaking eye contact from the wall, just kind of reaches over with a paw and gently taps very slowly the concern button.
Yeah.
Concern.
That's what I thought
Concern.
too. Me too, Bunny.
Concern.
Me too.
Big mood.
Crabapple goes, "This is strange."
This is what
Oh,
happened.
this
to
is the
us.
third time that's happened.
Yeah, this is actually becoming normal.
Third
Hmm.
time's the charm.
And
Somehow.
Crabapple starts tapping her chin. She's like, "Magic has an internal logic to it. It may seem strange to us, but magic always means something. What did you say the smoke turned into the first time?"
A dog.
Toad
Wait
frog.
a second.
A bullfrog toad.
Bullfrog.
Like, literally, it was
What
a
color
frog,
was the
but it
toad?
looked like a toad, and it.
My
charged at
toad
us.
is orange.
That's
yeah,
a good
what
point.
color was the toad that we saw?
I assumed it was black like the mist.
I'm sorry.
Well, I
Lava?
assumed it was tan.
Did I not specify the color? I'm very sorry. It was an orange toad.
It was an orange toad?
It was a larger.
It's
What
like
color
a
was the
pumpkin.
cat?
The cat
Well, the cat was black.
the cat was black.
My cat's
remember
black.
that.
Crane's toad is orange. Are we gonna run into another animal that's one of ours?
You guys see a brown dog and a black bird?
Is this actually Bunny? Are we sure?
Can we touch Bunny? I pet Bunny.
You
I mean, I
success.
assume since the dog knows how to use the mat, it's Bunny. I don't think the magic dog would know how to use the mat. It hasn't
It's a
undergone any
magic
training.
dog.
But it hasn't undergone any training. This isn't magic. This is
Oh.
buttons on the floor.
I see.
Yeah, it's not magic. It's just regular conditioning.
True.
Okay.
It is in fact Bunny. You do touch her, and she feels exactly like Bunny as always.
What a good dog.
But then you did also were able to touch the large toad. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, we were.
Did the large toad look different from turmeric?
no, the large toad looked like a bigger turmeric.
Did the black cat look like?
A giant black cat.
Yeah.
I mean, your cat doesn't have glowing yellow eyes, so no, there was a difference.
Okay.
Uh,
This dog looks like Bunny. This dog is Bunny.
But it came out of Myrtle, and she was scared of the toad. Do we know anyone that's scared of cats?
Is Turmeric afraid of cats?
Maybe.
Wasn't unconscious.
How would you know that? Only I know my toad could have been unconscious.
And can I roll to see if I think of anyone that I know that is afraid of cats?
yeah, sure.
I
Turmeric would
have my
poison.
wand, but I am injured, so I'm gonna cancel those out. 9.
All right. You can think of a number of students who are either not great with cats or are like allergic to cats, but you can't think of anyone who has like if you're following the train of thought that Myrtle is afraid of toads, therefore a toad popped out. You can't think of anyone who's as afraid of a cat as Myrtle is afraid of toads. But
Hey, Professor Crabapple, are you afraid of cats?
Crabapple says, "No, I love cats. I use them for potions ingredients all the time."
That's
Yeah,
not.
true.
I don't
Seems
like-
unethical.
well, I mean,
They would have to be dead cats, not alive.
yeah, it could be like like when medical students use cadavers, like it's consensual.
God is an animal and can't consent.
They're
guess
magic
that's true.
animals. They have consented on their magic cards.
And Crabapple's like, "Do you think the newts consent to giving me their tongues? I mean, it's
No,
They-
again, unethical.
do you ask a cow before you eat a hamburger? I mean, come now.
I don't eat hamburger.
That is
I'm
true. You are vegan,
You-
and I respect that about you."
You ask the flies.
Do you make vegan potions?
Yes.
There's a
Huh.
lot of plants that share names with animal parts, actually. Like dog's tongue is a flower.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I just make the plant. I'm a herbologist. I just make the plant parts that I need.
I see. Okay. You'll have to teach me about that sometime. That sounds really cool.
As you're having this conversation, the walls disappear,
Great.
and you are back in the original hallway. The potions
We're free.
The potions classroom is still nowhere to be seen now. And Crabapple looks around like, this is somewhere completely different. This
This
is
is what's been happening all night.
Yeah,
And
this is
now
again.
for
We're getting
something
used to
completely
this.
Different.
Okay. I want to roll to see if I know where we are now.
You are like one hallway away from being in the Great Hall where this whole thing started. Like you haven't gone very far at all.
Huh.
I want to walk back into the cafeteria.
I'm gonna stick with my friends.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go back in.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see if... Because didn't Myrtle wake up? So I want to check on Myrtle.
Okay,
Has
sure.
anyone else woken up?
You guys...
I'm gonna check.
You guys quickly make your way back into the main hall.
Cafeteria.
And Crabapple is right behind you. But as you step through the doorway, you hear her swear one more time, and then turn around, and there's a wall there blocking your way back. And you can no longer hear Crabapple.
Swear jar.
Yeah. Everyone just turns around and shouts "swear jar," and we see if she shouts anything back.
You hear from a completely different direction than you expected, a very muffled, which sounds vaguely like Crabapple, but you can't be sure.
Oh boy.
Back.
Does the school normally rearrange itself like this?
No, it does not. This is absolutely
only the windows.
What? Only the windows?
Instead of staircases, it's only the windows.
Oh, I get you.
Cool.
You are back in the main hall. The only two conscious people who are still here at this point are Sycamore and Myrtle. Everyone else who was asleep is still asleep. Myrtle is trying to help shake awake some people while glancing back over at the candy table. But, like, Sycamore keeps going, like, no, focus on this. You can eat later. Like, come on.
So can I ask Myrtle, like, how she feels? What happened?
Yeah, sure. How do you word it? You are Crane, the person with the toad she hates.
This is Crane, so I probably am like, Myrtle, I'm sorry. Did turmeric put you into a coma?
Myrtle steps back real quick. She can't see Turmeric, but she knows that where Crane is, Turmeric isn't very far behind. And Myrtle says, a coma? It was more like a nightmare.
What did you dream?
I dreamed that there was this giant turmeric, and I was a fly, and it wanted to eat me, and it was chasing me all over the place, and then I woke up, and everyone else is unconscious. And
that's interesting.
So my intuition was right-ish.
She looks
Seems like it.
She looks Crane dead in the eye and says, "What has your frog done?"
My frog has done nothing.
How dare you? How dare you blame our beautiful baby turmeric for whatever this is?
Hey, Myrtle, Sycamore, do either of you guys know someone who is actually legitimately afraid of black cats, like in the superstitious sense?
Sycamore looks at Myrtle. They kind of raise their eyebrows, and they're like, no. I mean, we're witches and shit. Like, we do magic. I don't really know of anyone who, like, follows the old religion and actually believes those old wives' tales. Why do you ask?
Because the toad turned into a cat after Myrtle woke up.
Yeah, Sycamore, you saw that, right?
Sycamore's like, oh, yeah, actually, yes. And it ran off. Where did you chase it to?
A wall. We chased it to a dead-end wall, and then we ended up in the potions classroom, and now we're here, and there's a wall outside the door, and I point to the doorway. Is the wall still there?
No, the wall disappeared.
The wall is not...
What the frick?
Now I just sound like I'm drunk.
Sycamore's like, you chase after the cat and you found magic walls?
More or less.
Then...
Yes.
And you're trying to find someone who's scared of cats, not scared of walls?
Yes.
That's actually a good point. Is there anyone here who is claustrophobic?
Or afraid of getting lost.
When you say getting lost, both the twins perk up, and they look at each other like, could it be? Maybe. And Myrtle says, there's this one student. He's a couple years lower than us. Dane, I think. He's in Beatrice's.
He must be in what's the name of the really boring one? He must be in Philomath. Yeah.
I can't believe that despite actively trying to go against the world building established by Jowling, Cowling, Rowling, we have somehow ended up with a Hufflepuff group.
Oh, no, we're not. No,
No, it's not Hufflepuff. It's just boring names and people who teach things.
The etc. group.
Yeah, the etc. group. It's all the boring average names, and like they're good for plot purposes. That's what that's it. That's what we are.
Bless
anyway.
them.
And yet somehow that's where the main character is.
Okay. Yeah.
Mary Jo, the main character.
Mary Jo.
I
almost named my character Karen, so it could have been worse.
Yikes.
Oh man, you would have been in the bad house then.
Oh yeah. Great. Anyway, that's next time.
Myrtle says, "Yeah, no, there's just one kid. Like the first week he was here in the castle, he kept getting turned around, and they say they kept him being found crying because he couldn't handle not knowing where he was. They had to assign him a guide. He's in Loki's
I'm looking for him.
He's in Loki's son, so...
Yeah, I recognize the name as soon as they said it. I'm looking for this kid in the hallway.
Okay.
So what's his name?
His name is Dane Jackalope.
Oh, Dane Jackalope, that's cool.
Yes. Question.
That name is too cool to be in my house.
Yeah, no, he's in Loki's son. He's not in, whatever yours is. Philomath, yes. Beatrice, Estelle, where is the dorm rooms for the Loki's house located in the castle?
In the heart. Not in the dungeons, not in the towers, but in the middle area.
Kind of like a remote requirement
so
sort of thing where it's all
no windows.
Okay. So you know which hallway should lead you to the Loki's dorm rooms.
Yeah.
But there's this weird wall thing is going on. So if you want to find this guy, what do you guys want to do?
He's not in the cafeteria?
Yeah, is he one of the unconscious kids that's here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead in the adventure.
Yeah, you are.
I'm very, very sorry. No, he is not one of the kids. Actually, you know what? Real quick, everyone roll for me to see if you remember when you last saw this guy.
I don't know if I know this person, so...
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a -1 because I actually don't. I've, seen this kid through hanging out with Beatrice, but I don't, know him, so
That's fair.
I probably... Yeah, there's my failure. Because I just don't know this kid.
I don't know if I should give myself advantage or not, because I know a guy. I'm sure I know some guys.
I'm in the house, so I definitely get advantage, but I'm also injured. And I also have my wand.
So,
yeah, I'm gonna give myself a flat. Just a flat roll, no pluses, no minuses.
So I'd say that would just be a regular old 1.
Alright.
Or for Beatrice.
+1. Oops.
Hey!
Hang on. I messed that up. I messed up the type. Okay, that's better.
There we go. It's still the exact same number it would have been if you had just added 1 to your previous roll, but sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I jumped ahead in the adventure, but you do recall seeing Dane. He was one of the kids who jumped up and ran out in fear when the black smoke started curling off of people. With a 10, that's 2 more than the minimum. I'm going to say that you also seem to remember that at one point during the night, he was one of the kids who was eating some of the candy.
At night?
Yeah, at
night.
Like earlier in the
earlier in the night.
Oh, okay. I thought we were having lunch for some reason.
Oh, no,
it's
a Halloween dinner. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter.
So, what I would like to do is get on my broom and see if I can get out of the sphere of the walls by flying up really high, and seeing if I can use the sky as an advantage to see if I can find Dane.
Okay. So you're going to fly up, like, to the roof of the dining hall, and...
Or the roof of Loki-san, maybe.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. Okay.
Well, but Loki-san's in the middle.
Loki-san would be in the middle, whereas the Great Hall here is, I don't know, the upper left?
Wait, how do you know Loki-san's in the middle? What?
Essie established that.
Oh, okay.
Like just a minute ago, I asked Essie to establish where Loki-san is located.
Oh, right, okay.
Sure, I'm going to say that there are a bunch of, like, big, wide-open windows along the top of the ceiling, so you're going to fly up and see if you can't see anything weird outside, or maybe see if you can locate Dane from that vantage point. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
Okay. So I have my wand, and I'm good with flying, but I expect that this person is far away from me, so maybe just a +1.
Yes, that would make both sense, I think.
Oh, did I not?
You gotta do type.
I didn't roll.
You gotta do the word roll as well. Hey.
Yes, I got a 10.
All right, so you fly up to these big windows and you look out them looking for Dane. You do not see Dane. What you do see is absolute pandemonium. You see a bunch of students running around on the lawn of the school. Some of them have their wands out and they're firing back at just a cavalcade of things. There's like a mummy out there. There's a guy in a cloak who's visibly meant to be like an old school style vampire, although they don't wear those clothes anymore. It's really out of date. One kid is being chased by a slow moving car that seems to have no driver. There's just a whole bunch of weird stuff happening out there, and the students are either running from it or they're fighting back. It's just a madhouse. But despite having that vantage point, you know for a fact that none of those kids outside are Dane.
So the information that I relay to the team is, I don't see Dane.
Okay.
What do you see up there?
I see boggarts. Lots and lots of boggarts. And I say it like boogers, but they're boogers.
They're boogers, yes.
Buggers.
Okay, so if his thing is, I'm gonna use a little bit of logic here. If his biggest fear is getting lost inside the castle, then where would you, and he's trying to get back to your dorm, we're gonna assume. What is the point that would be the furthest from your dorm that would make him the most lost trying to get back? That's probably where he is.
Potions.
Dungeon.
Okay, let's
I bet
not
he's
try to
afraid
go
of
to the dungeon
potions as well.
Let's try to go to your dorm and see if we wind up where he is.
Logic.
Okay.
It's something.
Yeah.
I really like that. I actually really, really like that, main character, son. So, okay. So you are trying to go to the dungeons. Or you're trying to go to Loki-san.
And we're gonna walk through the hallway, and I'm gonna say that really loudly. Let's all head back to the Loki-san dorm and see if we can find that guy, and then let's see what happens.
I mean, I'm not walking. We still have our brooms, three of us. So I'm kind of
walking.
I don't think flying is a good idea.
No, I'm slowly.
Bianca's gonna walk because flying really didn't work out last time.
You're just hovering like slowly nearby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the four of you do that, you declare your intention, and all of you take a step into the doorway. Immediately, it seals behind you, and you find yourselves somewhere deep and dank and dark. You can tell from how wet and gross this whole place is that you have
Good
found
job.
yourself in the dungeons. Congratulations. And in front of
straight
you,
up like, this is
your
gross.
dungeon puzzle.
you solved my wall puzzle.
Your wall puzzle.
It only took 2 hours, but we figured out the wall.
Please do not point out the time. I'm sorry.
No, it's fun.
No,
I like
it's
this.
good. We're on
I
track.
appreciate this. This is the fastest I've ever solved a puzzle in Dungeons and Dragons. Or
That's
not
very
Dungeons
true.
and Dragons.
It's not even.
Okay, so now we just gotta point Bianca at the wall so she can lecture it.
I mean, you can do that.
I just decided that's what she does now.
Okay. You can roll to intimidate the wall.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna turn my flashlight back on and see if Dane is in this room.
Well, you better be ashamed of yourself, keeping us locked out from Dane. How dare you?
Dane is in this room. He is curled up into a little ball on the floor. He looks fairly young. Thank you for reminding me to hydrate. This is actually the last of my water. I may need to go get more water at some point.
Dun dun dun.
But no, Dane is there. He is curled up into a little ball on the floor, and he looks like he's been crying. He looks up at you and you flash the light, and you can see like his eyes are like half lidded, and he keeps like moving forward as though, similar to Penny, he's going to topple over. And he looks at you and he says, "I don't know where I am. I don't know. I'm trying to get to my bed. I just want to go to bed."
Okay, I'm gonna.
We've got
I'm
you.
gonna go over with Bunny, and I'm gonna give him a hug, and let Bunny sniffle around him and be like, "It's okay. We found you. We know where you are.
You're here with us.
Yeah, you're not lost because we know where we are.
We know where we are.
In the dungeons, isn't that fun?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No.
I'm doing the big old mom hug. Pats on the
Crane
back.
is so helpful.
Circles.
I'm just stating where we are. You all said we all know where we are.
Yeah, that's right.
With the four of you and the dog, assuring him that he is safe, he has been found, he is no longer lost, and you know where you are, he leans over to like fall asleep on the soft fur of the good doggo, and then snaps awake. The walls that had sealed you in turn into black smoke, and once again, they reform into the form of a black cat, which hisses at you and turns to bound down the hallway.
I'm gonna start like shouting after this cat. Like, you get back here and apologize for this kid.
I'm gonna stay with the kid. And I'm gonna say like, wait, whenever you're ready, we can go. You can come with us, until we get you back to your bed, okay? So that way you won't have to be lost. You can stay with us.
I mean, I know where the dorm is. And it's not doing that weird wall thing anymore, so I can just
Well, but if we walk into any more weird walls, I'd rather he walk into them with us than get lost again. That's not fair. He's small.
I don't think it's gonna work again like that, because now, look, he's awake.
Well, yeah, but he might also just actually get lost.
But what
That is a problem that he had.
what if we put you on one of these brooms and set you back to the dorm?
Dane nods his head and he goes, I'd like that. Thank you.
You're
Crane
welcome.
can fly him to his dorm and fly back within a second. There.
Yeah, you're very fast.
Okay, that's fine.
Here's some brooms.
Okay, so Dane hops on a broom. Oh, it's Dane and Crane!
Yeah,
Dane and
Crane.
Crane.
Aww.
Crane and Dane. The Crane and Dane show.
That's cute. So yeah, so something's about to happen. Just to kind of, we're pulling back the curtain. Another event's going to happen. Crane, can you roll to see if you're able to get there and back before the next weird thing happens?
Come
Oh
on.
boy.
All right.
I love weird things.
I get a +1 because I have my wand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're flying.
Ooh,
Which you're
okay,
good
so
at.
+2. Okay.
It's related to flying.
Let's see, what else?
What else? My house is very good at dexterity, so I'm fast. Okay. +3.
You are far away, though. Like, the whole point of being in the dungeons is that you are far
No.
away.
Okay, true. Okay. That's okay, so that brings me down to a +2.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Anything else?
exactly where to go because of me, because we are noted to.
Are we
gone.
behind cover because we're in the dungeon?
Technically speaking, the Loki-san dorm room is equally behind cover. It's just walls
Okay.
between you.
Okay, good. So that gets me up to a +3.
Love it.
All right.
I mean, like, where's
good.
Crane's dorm?
Good, guys.
Is it near the dungeon?
All right.
Where he would know the route back and forth very
that's
easily.
true. Maybe Crane is in the dungeon. Maybe Crane's dorm is in the dungeon.
Because Crane and Beatrice are like best friends. They go back and forth to each other's dorms all the time.
I
mean, Crane, Jun already got a 10, so it's a success. You don't have to keep milking more pluses out of me.
Wait, no, I got that's a +1.
Okay. So fine, you get an 11. With an 11,
Yay.
yes, you are successful in zipping there and back without anything else weird happening.
Yay.
Congratulations.
You've saved 2 people, maybe.
You've saved 2 people.
2 whole people.
Yes.
I'm back in time before the thing that you said would start is going to start.
I disassociated for a quick second there, pardon me.
Sorry. You gotta disassociate while we're talking.
Yeah, that's probably the best. At the time, disassociation's a bit better. All right. So, you rejoin with the group. Congratulations.
Yay.
And nothing weird has happened.
Good.
Yet.
Yes.
Except for all the like weird creatures outside, but we'll ignore that.
Yeah, Crane's actively ignoring what's going on outside. No one but Crane is aware of this.
I'm just not very perturbed, is all.
Thank you, KDM 1412. I disassociate pretty much constantly, so like mood.
Relatable.
Relatable.
Yeah, that's a friend of mine, Cherry.
Cherry Potter? Is that Cherry Potter?
No, didn't we establish his name is Cherry Pooper?
Yeah.
Yes, Cherry Pooper.
Poor Cherry Pooper. What an unfortunate name.
Different Cherry.
Oh, a different Cherry. They get mixed up so often.
Oh, I see. My
One's the chosen one, the other one just disassociates a whole lot, you know? It's easy to mix them up. So yeah. So y'all are down in the dungeons. The wet, dank dungeons. And,
Them dank dungeons.
the dank dungeons, yes. When Crane...
Any dank memes around here?
Crane is a vegetarian. We established this.
I'm a
Vegan.
vegan.
A vegan.
A vegan.
That's almost as bad. No, that's worse, actually.
I can cook for a vegan, in reality.
I still can't make cupcakes for a vegan. It's a bit difficult.
It is. It's
Some
so
are really weird about butter, and it's their prerogative. But it's like with a vegetarian, I know. With a vegan, it's a coin flip.
Can't you use avocado instead of butter for?
There are also vegan butters now.
There are
Coconut
vegan
oil
butters.
for everything.
I've never tried using a vegan butter with powdered sugar, though I don't know how chemically that would work, but it's on the list. Anyway, so Crane, you said that your dorm room is somewhere down in the dungeons. You established that, yeah? So you've walked these hallways many, many a time, and
flown them.
Flown them. Where you are right now is a very long hallway with kind of like a Scooby-Doo hallway with tons of doors on either side.
Nice.
And you know exactly where you are, but you also know that the dungeon's a little drippier than you recall it being. Some water droplets fall from the ceiling and land on like the brim of your hat, or whatever you're wearing. And
A mushroom.
It's a mushroom. It lands on the brim of your mushroom, which is great for mushrooms being this moist.
Yeah, it's nice and moist. My plants will be very happy.
But it's a little too wet. And as you go to say something about this, all of you hear the soft sound of water, of moving water. And then it gets
Crane has
louder.
to go to the bathroom.
What?
Crane has to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Are you aware of any restrooms nearby?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, if Crane wants to just like exit stage left to use the toilet, I mean, that's fine, I guess. But yeah, the sound of rushing water is getting louder and louder. What would you like to do?
Not me. It's not my fear.
I'm thinking about trying to use plants to like soak up the water, but it's not here yet. So, where's the water sound coming from?
That's a good point. You can hear the water rushing sound coming from the far end of this hallway.
Did we see the cat running in the opposite direction or towards this direction?
Ooh, that's a good point. You saw the cat running towards that direction.
Shoot. Is there anybody coming down that hallway running away from anything, maybe?
You don't see anyone.
Is there anyone screaming about water and drowning?
No. No, you don't. You don't hear anything of that sort. You just hear the water rushing.
Is there maybe
anyone who's afraid of water that isn't Ankh?
Let's see here. I'm gonna ask Bianca specifically to roll to see if you can think of anyone who might be afraid of water.
Okay.
I mean, in this very particular situation, real person Tegan would be absolutely terrified.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
If you need to, like, put a pause on anything happening in the story, we didn't really discuss, like, safety techniques. We should have.
No, it's fine, because this is definitely play pretend, but, like, when I was very, very little, and I mean too little to be watching Titanic, I watched Titanic.
Oh,
no. Drowning in a ship for months.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. I'm good. I'm an adult, and I understand that's not a thing that can happen in a house.
There's a Tegan in the game that we're playing. It's a young witch named
Tegan.
Is
fucking screaming.
Okay.
I'm trapped.
You know, I would love to change this NPC's name, but also it's an amazing pun, so I'm like, do I? No, I gotta keep.
Okay, well,
keep the pun. Keep the pun.
They just looked and act exactly like IRL Tegan.
Okay, sure. All right. So unfortunately, Bianca only rolled a 5. So no, you're thinking to yourself, who do I know who's afraid of water? Who do I know who's afraid of water? And while you're doing that really hard thinking, from around the corner comes a massive wave of water. Like it's like a big roaring wave that realistically shouldn't exist in this hallway.
Location.
Come again?
Location.
Yeah, location is a bit
hall.
weird. In this location, a massive torrent of water starts rushing down the hallway towards you. And what's really bizarre is that it's kind of like a reddish color. It's not like water.
Oh, gross.
It's some kind of other liquid.
Okay, I am going to really quick try to cast bubblehead charms
Oh,
on everybody.
okay.
I'm sorry, is this The Shining now?
Yeah, right. Is this the
no,
Shining?
it's
Also...
actually Tegan's deathly afraid of Kool-Aid, y'all.
I can't drink the Kool-Aid. I can't.
Sure.
I'm sorry to give away your secret, Tegan, but we all know how you acted when the Kool-Aid man burst through the wall.
Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah," and I said, "Oh no."
Oh dear.
Before you roll, I would like to state the one last thing you do see to set this scene up before you take your action. I'll still let you choose your bubblehead charm or whatever. Riding that wave, stiff as a board, flat on their back, is someone that Bianca does recognize. It is another student from her house. It is your good friend, Sterling Capricorn, who is unconscious and who is basically body surfing this wave of liquid directly towards you.
Wow. Frick.
What is Sterling afraid of?
I don't get the pun. Sterling Capricorn?
You know them.
Is the water sign.
You know them.
I know that.
By their nickname, Capri Sun.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I will kill you.
Named as such because they consistently carry a Capri Sun in their robes at all times.
Did he accidentally, did he do that thing where, you blow the thing up and you pop the pouch? That's supposed to be bad somehow in the world? Bad Juju. Is that what happened? He's afraid he popped a pouch?
His spear is letting the liquid flow.
Oh my god, what the hell?
You have a waterfall of Capri Sun rushing towards you with an unconscious student surfing atop it.
Delicious. I hate this.
What would you like to do?
I wish I knew how to describe the look of absolute doneness on Bianca's face.
I think I still want to cast bubble head charms on everybody so we don't accidentally like drown in the Capri Sun.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Water and all the animals also.
And here I was just thinking I'm gonna open a classroom door nearby and go in there.
Oh, but then the water will come in theoretically, or we'll lose sight of him.
Yeah,
Whereas
true.
if we get swept up in the water, then we'll travel with him, right? Theoretically, I'm trying to logic this out. I don't know if you logic it away.
Bianca's gonna try and grab him.
All right, so it's
No, let's surf them. Capri Sun is like stiff as a board.
Yeah.
Crane jumps on him and gonna surf him.
that's dexterity.
All right. So let's resolve this in order. Mary Jo wants to do a bubblehead charm. Let's see if we get that protection up going first.
Okay, so it's a charm. Would it be a defensive spell?
I would say probably in this situation, yeah.
Okay, so that's
Mm-hmm.
2, and then I have my wand. That's 3.
Mhm.
We're all exposed, so
That is true.
no bonuses there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm gonna add my jack of all trades to this.
Okay.
Who do you know who's a surfer?
Yeah.
Or that can
No,
cast
it's not that I know a
charms?
it's not that I know a surfer. It's that I've been my good buddy in my dorm, Bob Dylan.
Bob
Bob, who I don't like, who we've been arguing about the Wang Doodles. His last name is Dylan, and he's the one who he actually taught me how to do the bubblehead charm in case of emergency, in case of flooding on like a ship or something. But like, it's not a thing that I thought I would actually have to use. But hey, look, it came in handy.
Was he also traumatized by the Titanic movie when he was far too young?
Yeah, it turns out he was traumatized by the Titanic movie because he saw it too young.
That's why
what
he
happened.
learned.
Wow.
That's why he learned the charm.
Yeah, and he's like been obsessively teaching it to all of our classmates because you never know. It's just like knowing how to swim. You never know when you'll need it, and we're all just like,
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I know I'm going to know how to swim because I'll be around water. But he's like, no, you never know. And I'm like, he was right. I didn't know I'd need this right now.
How upset is Mary Jo that she has to use the teachings of her enemy in the Wang Doodle debates, Bob Dylan?
If it works, I'll be pissed. But I will have to go, you were right. And I'm not going to like saying that. Because
that's going to be tough.
He's insufferable when he's right. Just like all of us are.
All right. So go ahead and roll then.
Nice.
Yay!
All right, you cast...
Oh no! Oh yay! Wait.
I was like, oh no! Oh wait, that's great.
That's good, that's good.
I'm like, aha! And then I'm like, shit.
You're like, 12 is bad in D&D, but we're not doing a D20, so...
12 is bad in D&D, but it's great
It's
right
really
now.
good here. So...
I get all of us and the pets.
Yeah, you cast that charm so well. Everyone gets a bubble of air that surrounds their face, including the toad, and the cat.
The toad is fine without a bubble.
Yeah. Turmeric is like, I don't really need this, but I mean, I'm glad I have it. Thanks.
To be fair, Capri Sun is probably not good for a toad.
That's
true.
What? I think Crane is like, this Capri Sun, this is not vegan, so she likes that turmeric has a bubble. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, you actually managed to also charm around Sterling's head. So yay, at least Sterling won't drown while Crane attempts to surf on them.
Yay! I hate it.
Let's see. I think
Bianca is so mad.
I think Sono, your character, suggested doing something next. You wanted to try to grab onto the body as it slides past?
Yes.
Okay. You want to go ahead and roll for that?
So I can wake him up and lecture him.
Essie has to back out for just a second. They'll be right back. Imagine that Beatrice is T-posing, like their model is like glitching out, like right next to you. We'll just have them be here for now. So,
okay. So I'm gonna say that since I now understand what is going on, I'm going to count that as a relevant skill that I'm mad about.
Y'all seem to have figured out the gist of this adventure, yes.
And I do have my wand. I don't know why that would be helpful in this situation, but I do have it.
In order to use it.
To try and grab this body.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
Okay. I am now going to ask Crane to roll to see if they are able to surf on Sterling's body.
I'm telling you, this is a dexterity roll, so I get a plus 1 for dexterity.
You're dismounting from your broom as well, so wouldn't this count as like a cool flying maneuver?
Yes, and I have my wand. That's plus 3. All right, let's do it.
You gotta add roll 2d6 plus 3.
I have just copied the command,
that's probably
so I'm not typing it
that's
every
the
time.
hell yeah.
That's the best roll of the night, I think. So far, 13's the high score. It's also a very magical
Crane
number.
is doing the best. What do you do on a surfboard? The
You
best,
hang 10.
Hang 10. Best
You're
hang
hanging 10 off the edge of your fellow student. So the water crashes into you all. Bianca attempts to grab the body, but they're swept away by the Capri Sun, along with everyone else, except for Crane, who manages to expertly jump off of their broom, land on Sterling's body, and in what is probably the most ridiculous image ever, surf on their fellow wizard students on a wave of Capri Sun while hanging 10 down the hallway. And the rest of you, with your bubblehead charms, are now kind of just like, you're being carried along with the rest of them, but you also can't really control. You're like,
can I just like scoop up like all of my fellows while we're going along? I just like pick them up and put them on the back.
I'm going to say, well, that would
How long is this child?
There's
How long is this child?
Similar to it being a 1 crane room, this is a 1 crane Sterling.
1 crane person.
Oh my
this is a 1 crane Sterling. You are unable to get anyone else onto there. But with the bubblehead charms, the rest of you are able to, like, not suffocate or drown in this liquid. But you are now being swept away uncontrollably while this slosh of liquid is swirling down various hallways.
Oh, you mean it doesn't, like, stop? Okay.
No, it does not. The ride never ends, my dude. The ride never ends. This is the perfect wave.
What is so scary about Capri Sun, though? What is it? What's so scary about Capri Sun?
It's the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, wait.
Is it the Kool-Aid? No, if it was the Kool-Aid Man, it'd be a big guy chasing and running, crashing through these walls going, oh yeah!
There are plenty of students at this school. Don't count that out just yet.
Can I use some of the Capri Sun? Can I, like, reach down and scoop some water liquid into my hand to splash it onto Sterling's face?
Sure, if you like.
Yeah, because I want to try and wake him up that way, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Ask him what his freaking dream is about. Yo, man,
no one knows what his dream is about.
What kind of weird dream is this? And then he tells you exactly why he's afraid.
I am going to ask you to do one more roll to reach down while surfing to not fall off and attempt to grab something.
Okay. That's still dexterity.
I'd say that's still dexterity. Essie's back. The 3 of you who are not Crane have bubblehead charms, but you're being swept along with this wave of Capri Sun. Crane is hanging 10 on the body of your fellow students. And
so I guess I'm getting 2 plus 6. I have a wand and dexterity.
Sure. Although you very rarely use your wands for things. All right. So
I still have it.
you still have it. You do still have it. I imagine when they wrote this game, they expected us to do more spell casting, but we're gonna use it to hang 10. It's perfectly fine. I love it. So with the 9, you keep your eye on the horizon so you don't lose your balance on this student surfboard, and you reach down to get like some Capri Sun, but you actually end up sticking your hand into your fellow student's cloak, which is like flapping behind them in the wind. You reach into their cloak and you grab something kind of sheer, kind of plasticky feeling, and you pull up a packet of Capri Sun, a pouch of Capri Sun, if you will.
Is it full, empty, torn?
It doesn't look damaged in the least bit.
Well, that's good at least.
Is it empty?
No. It's a regular old pouch of Capri Sun.
Come on, Gata. I was gonna be like, this bitch empty. Yeet!
Oh, that's a respect the pouch. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is he afraid of someone disrespecting the pouch?
Do we have to pray to the pouch?
No,
You gotta open it properly. Open it the right way.
Can I stab it with my insulin spell.
Oh no. Not the insulin spell.
Well, they've obviously consumed a lot of Capri Sun, and that has a lot of sugar, and they can't process it.
So hold on, what are you stabbing? The pouch or the students?
Yes.
You gotta choose one.
Yeah, you're the pouch into the student.
Yeah, I was gonna do the pouch into the student.
Holy crap.
Him with the Capri Sun.
That'll wake him up.
Okay, roll to cast Insulinous.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Do I guess I really don't get any. Well, I have a wand.
You have a wand. You have
this sounds like it's a spell you've cast before.
a relevant skill, I would argue.
Relevant skill, okay.
Yeah, it's
sure.
magic.
Yeah,
I mean, we're at magic school.
I guess.
You have this. You have the syringe for stabbing.
I
So
have
it's
the relevant item.
you have
which is
another
the
thing
Capri
that
Sun.
helps.
Uh-huh. Okay. Hell yeah.
13.
I stabbed it real good.
You take your
It's the most perfect Capri Sun.
go ahead and yell the spell out as you cast it, Crane.
Respect Insulinous.
Respect Insulinous. And you stab that needle right down into this guy's leg, and he jerks awake with a scream. He goes, ah! And immediately the wave of Capri Sun is gone. And all of you are deposited on the floor with wet plaps as you splap onto the ground.
Disgusting.
Like, Capri Sun, what the hell?
I solved your Capri Sun puzzle.
Please explain. Someone please explain to me. Someone preferably named Mr. Capri Sun. Why are you afraid of Capri Suns?
Sterling is screaming and holding his leg.
What the hell just happened?
Capri Sun.
Respect
I'm trying to be diabetic coma. What happened?
Capri Sun is holding onto his leg, which still has the insulin syringe like jabbed into it with the Capri Sun like threaded through it. He's screaming back just as loud, going, "What have you done? Why would you do this? Why on God's earth would you ever consider this to be an option? Why did you put it through the Capri Sun? This is literally what. Do you know what's going to happen to you now? Do you have any idea?"
Two birds with one stone. I've stabbed the Capri Sun as well as yourself, and I saved you.
You have
You're
disrespected the pouch. I don't even know what's going to happen to you because of this.
Just a commercial,
It's just like, Crane, you set him off.
On the plus side, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, we're just like we hold our robes and they're just like dripping with Capri Sun. It already happened. The disrespect happened.
Sterling yells back, "That makes it worse. Now I know it's real. This is literally my worst nightmare. Why would you just disrespect the pouch? I just woke up from drowning in the stuff. Why would you do this?"
Wow.
Okay.
Would you like some plant matter to dry off with?
No! Don't leave me alone!
Why are you afraid of a
Capri Sun, focus!
Right.
She's gonna like snap her fingers in his face. Like, focus. What exactly was the nightmare?
Sterling looks at you with wide eyes, and he says, You have to have seen those commercials. All the terrible things that happen when someone disrespects the pouch?
I talk to birds.
Exactly! There is a non-0% chance that these things are actually enchanted. That's why I drink one daily. It's sort of like a worship to prove to the pouch that I can respect it properly.
Wow.
Okay, you and I are gonna have a talk about this
Tomorrow.
later.
I've
Not
never
now.
seen that.
There's some kind of psychosis that definitely needs to be addressed there, but we don't have time for that. We don't have time to unpack all that.
With the cat.
There,
Yeah, I don't have time to pack your issues, but we're gonna talk to some birds tomorrow.
All right. So yes, as you asked, Essie, the liquid that is still on your robes on the floor dissolves into that smoky, wispy black stuff. It reforms into a cat, which is also wet. It shakes itself off and then hisses at you, and then runs into an open door nearby.
I call out, hey, wait, I have cat treats.
You have what?
Cat treats.
My IRL cat like turned at me like cat treats.
Cat treats? Someone said cat treats. Am I getting?
Cat treats?
Am I getting a
Fed?
treat?
No, Colby or Ruby or whichever
It's
one.
Colby.
Colby. No.
I think we go through the door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we gotta keep following this
I
cat.
think we tell Capri Sun to lay off the Capri Sun, and then we go through the door. The best way to respect the pouch is to not pierce it at all. Therefore, you should stop drinking Capri Sun. Problem solved. Next problem.
Sterling is having a galaxy brain moment. He's like, I never thought, but the straw's attached on the back. That's not how. No, all this time I've been disrespecting the pouch. No.
Capri Sun,
That's why it was
go
such a
back
big
to the
wave.
observatory. Just go to the observatory and go to bed. I'll help you through this crisis tomorrow.
Okay. And Sterling Capri Sun gets up with the syringe still embedded in his leg and hobbles off.
Wow.
Do you all see what I have to deal with every day?
Yeah, your house is weird.
Yeah, this is why I hang out with you guys and not anyone from the house that I'm
You
in.
think we're not weird?
I don't think.
Not that kind of weird.
Crane is like so touched.
I think you guys are more interesting than most of my housemates because we're all boring.
Like, y'all are weird, but like the cool kind of weird. Everyone else is like that.
Yeah, no, sorry, Beatrice. You didn't. The smoke ended up dissolving itself before you could cast your spell. I did see your roll, but I wanted the conversation to finish up before we continued on. My bad.
We go through the doorway.
Okay. You guys head through the doorway, and there is yet another hallway.
Defense against the Dark Arts teacher. Why aren't they on this?
You walk through, and you do see the cat running down the hallway, and then turning a corner. But that's not the only person who's in this hallway. Standing with Mr. Slithers wrapped around her shoulders
Penny.
is Penny.
Penny sus.
Wait.
It's Professor Penny.
Penny did, in fact, pass out at the very beginning of the adventure. And she
Maybe
turns
it
and
was
looks at
a
you
normal passing out.
with a sleepy look on her face. And she goes, "Oh, hi everybody. Are you after that nightmare cat over there? I was following one too, and they seem to have slipped my attention. I may have nodded off a little bit."
Okay, back up a second. You know what's going on?
Wait, you're following a different nightmare cat? There are multiple nightmare cats?
Oh yeah. Everyone who fell under the spell would produce one, and They eventually will find their way back to the main nightmare cat, and I was following them trying to figure out where this one was. Yeah, it's pretty normal stuff.
That makes sense.
What?
Oh yeah.
Back up.
Okay.
I mean, Penny is always dreaming. I think Professor Penny would know a lot about dreams.
That's
and
true.
Nightmares.
Goes, oh yeah. Well, I mean, when you're a witch and you dream, a little bit of your magic goes into the dream, so you know sometimes some weird stuff can happen. But this is to be expected.
And today's Halloween, so all the dreams came through. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright.
The only weird thing is why it affected a whole bunch of people. Normally it's only one person at a time, but well, if
I
we
think someone poisoned the candy.
possibly, I didn't have any. I actually have a toothache, so I didn't eat any. Did you guys eat any of that candy?
No,
No,
it's not
I eat-
vegan.
Candy corn's vegan. Well, unless you're anti-honey vegan.
Are you anti-honey vegan, Crane? That's so interesting. I used to know someone who actually wouldn't eat, and while she's standing there talking to you, she immediately, her head slumps forward and she goes, "Ugh." That's my best snoring sound effect, I'm sorry.
I didn't hear anything, so I assume it was.
Did I blow up my mic trying to make a snoring sound effect? Whoops.
I just go like, cool, and then I walk right past her.
You're like, yeah, we're gonna
go.
I think the professor's alright. Let's leave him there.
I pat the
Yeah.
professor on her arm.
He's gonna like sit them down against the wall so they don't fall over.
I give Mr. Slithers a little scritch on the head.
Mr. Slithers gives you
Little
the
head
most
pats.
defeated look. Like,
Aww.
this is the shit I deal with on the regular basis, but he accepts your head pats.
Mr. Slither, what if later we transformed you into a rooster? Would that help? Maybe you could scream every time she fell asleep.
Mr. Slithers looks at you with like those sparkly anime eyes because
Yay!
that sounds like the best thing in the world.
Okay, we'll work on that, and then I
Nice.
leave.
Bianca's just like, I feel you, buddy.
Yeah,
I
Bianca's
with
gotta be the one
Capri Sun all
who
day.
does that.
All right.
Bianca, you gotta use your augury magic to make Mr. Slithers into Mr. Crow.
I will.
Doodles.
This is divination, not transfiguration, but I'll figure it out.
Close enough.
I mean, it's birds.
Mm-hmm.
It's birds.
It's birds, so it'll work.
Bard.
I'm sure there's something.
Bard.
Pardon
We
me.
follow the cat.
All right. You guys run down the hallway, turn the corner, and you see the cat right before it turns back into smoke and slinks underneath a closed door, leading into the Homni Mache. How do you pronounce that again?
Homnimiki?
Homnimiki, whatever. Homni Mache. Into
Yeah, that's good.
into the door leading into the Hanamiki
Dungeons?
dorm rooms.
Oh boy.
You mean the dungeons?
Yeah, you're already in the dungeons.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get in your dorm?
Yeah, does
Is there a secret, or do you just like open the door?
No, I think you just open it.
That's the trick. Is it's like everyone is like, oh, magic is, and it's no, you just open the door.
there's
No.
Magic is there's a door. There's a doorknob.
There's a
Magic is
doorknob.
you have to say the name.
Magic is
Oh,
you have to say
God.
the name.
to prove only someone who can say the name is actually in this house. Everyone else just kind of says whatever.
That makes sense, actually, because I think the Greek origins of the name are like same and battle. So, like, if you say the name, it's like battling for the right to enter.
Oh. But in reality, you're just saying the name of the place you want to go into, and then you do, so it's kind of lame.
No, it's fine.
All right, what does the dorm common room look like for your house?
Well, I've got a bunch of plants growing, but that's not really on par with its usual aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
it's very plush, like lots of pinks and also goth. So it's plush goth, and lots of silks hanging from the banisters, and like smoke and like soft lighting on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's pretty
So
nice.
it's very comfy from the sounds of it.
Yeah, it's comfy if you like being in the dungeons.
True, right. Location's a bit iffy, but you've made it a home.
Yeah.
The comfiest place in the entire building, and it's in the dungeon.
And
in
it's
the
in the
entire
dungeon.
dungeon.
Mhm. So you all walk into the Homnimicky common room, and you see all of these plush chairs and whatnot, and you see someone who looks significantly more comfier than anyone, bar one thing. There is a student that you recognize. Yes, that you recognize, Crane. It is Cat Buttercup, a young girl who is wearing a big fluffy a bathrobe. She's got some bunny slippers on. You can see there's a cup of herbal tea that's still steaming sitting next to her. She's got a bunch of pillows, and she looks like she's ready to go to bed. And she is unconscious, just laying in the middle of the common room, and sitting on her chest.
Tea?
Yes.
Okay.
And sitting on her chest is a large, a very large, taller than y'all, smoky, ethereal-looking black cat. The small black cat that you followed in here looks at you and hisses once more before jumping and joining with the larger cat, and the larger cat grows slightly more big, and it looks at you with its giant predator-like eyes, and it goes...
Don't you take that tone with me.
You gonna
Oh no.
you gonna argue with the cat?
Yes.
Okay. What's your argument?
Don't take that tone with me.
The cat growls back at you under its breath.
I hold up the cat treats and jingle the bag.
But it's a different tone, so you know.
Okay.
You want these cat treats?
The cat looks at the cat treats, and its eyes does a little thing where it's the slits kind of go wide and go small again as it looks at the cat treats. It goes sniff, sniff, sniff.
I throw in the air for him to catch.
Do you throw it at the cat?
Yeah.
Okay. You throw the treats up in the air, and the cat kind of stretches its neck out and just barely manages to get it, but it doesn't move from its spot on top of the student. It eats its cat treat and then looks at you untrusting again and goes, "Arr."
It seems a bit ironic that the person with the name Cat Buttercup is afraid of a cat.
I don't think she's afraid of her cat. She, he, they?
Cat Buttercup.
She. We'll go with she.
She.
I didn't give most of these characters pronouns. I just chose them as they came to me.
Fair enough. Do I recognize this type of animal? I haven't figured anything out this entire time.
Go ahead and roll one more time, and we'll see. You know that they're called nightmare cats due to Penny giving you information. So let's roll to see what...
They're not nightmares. They're night cat.
So that's a +1?
Yeah, I'll give a +1 to see what you know about it. Okay. Now that you know some more information, that these things are taking the form of people's fears, that the cats themselves are not the fear. It is just the shape the nightmare takes to terrify their victims. You do now recognize what this magical creature is. They are commonly referred to as nightmare cats, and they are a form of magical sleep paralysis. They will sit on the chest of their victim and make them dream their worst nightmare to feed off of their fear. Normally, they are basically just pests and they disappear when the morning comes, but this whole multiple people chasing people around, that's not normal. And you can assume that this is because whatever summoned it did it on the night of Halloween, when magic is significantly stronger than usual.
So it has to be summoned?
Yes.
Man, who's out here summoning sleep paralysis demons?
Yeah, for real.
It's a form of a curse. That's they summon these creatures.
Is there a spell that helps get rid of sleep paralysis?
You can make one up.
Caffeine.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I mean, some spells in all this wizard stuff is very simple, and some of them are very Latin sounding.
Yep.
Like there was one spell that was point me, so we could even just make it as simple as tea.
You could make
Caffeine me.
Yeah, sure. If you want to make up a spell and cast it, go for it. This
Okay,
world
I
is your
wanna
oyster.
I want to cast caffeine me.
All right, go ahead and roll.
2d6. +1 for the wand. But yeah, okay. 6.
Okay, so you cast Caffeine Me, and the spell, which smells of coffee, blasts forward, and it hits the cat. And where the spell hits, the smoke of the cat begins to like clear, but it's not powerful enough, and the smoke overtakes it, and the cat yowls at you as its body reforms. It's very upset, but it's also still not leaving the top of the student.
Oh, it's the boss battle. We have to do a caffeine me spell together to show
What if we
everyone the
do-
power of friendship.
You could be a
What
little
if
more
we
excited
do-
about that.
I mean, what if we do Morning Sunshine instead?
You could do that too.
We could do that. Or what if we just push her off the couch?
I mean, yeah. What if? Wait, hang on. I want to get out. I want to summon a spray bottle and spritz the cat. No, get down.
I'm gonna put a trail of the cat treats leading away from the students. Like, try to tempt them off. Like, ooh, look at these treats.
We're just gonna try
All of
15
them.
different things at the same time.
Yeah.
Someone try something.
I'm gonna. Okay, hang on. I'm stupid. Bunny.
You're not stupid enough.
Bunny chase.
What?
Bunny chase.
Oh, you have a dog.
I have a dog. I have a dog. I have a dog. I have a dog that apparently chases on command instead of just runs.
Okay, that's true. No, that's actually true. You have been commanding Bunny to chase these cats this entire time.
That's because Bunny got used to my no-name cat, and so, okay, must not chase cats unless told.
Is Bunny excited about chasing the cats?
I don't know. Is Bunny excited about chasing the cats? Bunny got separated from me last time they chased the cats, but we did find each other, I think, fairly quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And we have since been chasing the cats together. So I think if I tell Bunny to chase and then run at the cat as well, Bunny will chase.
Bunny is like vibrating with
Sure.
excitement at the biggest cat they have ever chased.
Big tail wags. Oh man, that thing's a flag and it is going.
Bunny, once they receive the command, barks and lunges. And the giant nightmare cat looks at this dog coming at it, and its ears go back, and it yowls, and it spins around to jump and leap away. And as it does, its entire body dissolves into smoke, and it is gone.
Well,
And-
shit.
And
Yay, we
Bunny-
solved
I don't know where the
your
cat is.
Nightmare puzzle.
Bunny rams headfirst into Cat Buttercup on the couch, and the two of them tumble to the ground, and Cat sits up, very disheveled, going, huh, what's going on? What happened? Huh?
You have a bad dream?
Curse.
You okay?
She's like, is it, okay, please. She grabs at your lapel and goes, is it still Halloween? Did I do it? Did I sleep through till tomorrow? Is it November 1st? Please.
No, it's like
I knew
8:30.
it.
She
Cat
Still Halloween.
Did
She-
you curse yourself?
She grabs at her forehead. She goes, no, why? I studied the spell and everything. I was supposed to sleep until November 1st. I wanted this nightmare to be over.
What nightmare?
She looks at you and she goes, it's Halloween, the spookiest day of the year. I don't like spooky. My plan was to just go to sleep and sleep so soundly that I skip past the entire time. I don't like the trick-or-treating. I don't like the candy. I don't like the ghosts and the monsters and the ghoulies. I just want to sleep, man.
How do you not like candy?
What was your plan for this? What did you do to try and ensure this happened?
She's like, well, I cast the spell, Sleepiest Soundiest, and she kind of like mimes waving her wand. And the plan was I would just...
And Crane falls asleep.
Oh, God.
Oh no! I don't even have my wand out! Nothing happens though, despite Crane falling asleep. No smoke comes off of Crane and turns into whatever Crane would be afraid of.
A toad. Oh, wait.
Turns out Crane is afraid of turmeric also.
we all thought that turmeric was a friendly familiar, but no, this has been a hostage situation the entire time. Turmeric's in charge.
I put my cat on Crane's face and let the cat lick him. Just wake up.
Oh, thanks.
So this little sleeping spell on you. When?
She says, I mean, right before, like, you know, a couple hours before the Great Feast, I waited until everyone was out, you know, just hanging around, so no one would notice, no one would bother me. I didn't want to wake up until tomorrow. I figured everyone would go to the feast, I would fall asleep, they'd come back late at night and they wouldn't bother me, and I'd wake up and it'd be November. But now you're here, so that didn't work.
Well, you've bothered everyone.
But
everyone is having nightmares.
What?
Yeah, you may have summoned, like, a sleep paralysis demon.
I what?
You said the spell wrong, probably.
She looks at her wand.
It sounded sleepiest, not soundiest sleepiest.
Oh, did you put the emphasis on the wrong syllable?
Yeah.
You said that sentence, and my brain rejected it. I had like a blue screen. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? That literally sent me off for a second there.
Do you want me to say it again?
Go for it, please.
Put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I hate that more than life itself.
On the wrong syllable.
That's terrible.
That hurt me.
Yay!
Love that phrase.
Kat says, maybe. I mean, all of these magic spells are kind of like Pig Latin anyway, so I could have pronounced it wrong.
Did you say it in Pig Latin? Oh, no.
They're like
Cat,
actual
no.
Latin. Cat.
Oh, is that where I got... Oh, shucks.
You're using the wrong Latin.
She says, well, I mean, I guess you broke the curse on me and I'm awake now. So maybe everyone else is fine? No harm, no foul? I get to go back to bed? Maybe?
Ounda slay, Epius slay.
I mean, we did get hit by a lot of Capri Sun. Both the person and the drink.
Yeah.
Are you planning on suing this child?
For emotional damages.
For emotional damages.
Hey, here, cat. Eat this candy. And go to sleep.
Oh,
No, wait, that's the problem.
Did you collect candy from the feast upstairs?
I did.
As you go to hand her the piece of candy, it dissolves in your hand into the same black mist that the cats were made out of.
Oh my god!
And it ceases to exist.
Afraid. Oh no, the whole feast was a fucking, I'm sorry, I said the F word.
It's okay.
The whole thing was a fucking nightmare! Oh my god.
Even the food was fake. Oh my god.
Wouldn't it have already dissolved when she had woke up, though?
It did, yes, but for dramatic effect, the candy stuck around for a bit longer.
Okay.
Just for the vibe of it.
I was afraid for a second that she was a red herring.
No,
No,
I'm not gonna
she's not
drag.
a red herring.
We've been at this for 3 hours. It's only a one shot. I'm not gonna drag this on much longer. That was a final encounter.
Boy, okay, well, we're gonna help you get over your fear of Halloween because it's a fun holiday that is a celebration of our witchy nature.
Boo.
And then
Yeah, also, we're witches. What?
yeah, and then you're not gonna do that again because that made all of us have the weirdest freaking night. And now I want to go to bed, but first I have to shower because I'm sticky because I'm covered in Capri Sun. And
As you've been rambling all of this, she's like smiling and nodding, but she like also collecting her pillows and picking up her mug, and she goes, yeah, and then she just walks out of the room.
Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye.
Young is just so, like, I cannot explain the degree to which
doneness.
she is just so done.
Oh my gosh. I hope you give her extra lectures, just every
Oh,
week.
I'm going to. I know where she lives now.
I want her new nightmare to be you coming up out of nowhere and lecturing her.
Yes.
Yeah, Crane, you gotta teach me how to say the name of your house so I can get in here, so I can lecture her about this.
All right.
I can teach you how to say
Yeah, that.
Oh boy. Yeah, that one.
With the danger.
Phenomena.
Yeah.
Hamamana,
got
do
it.
do
I
do
don't
do
need to
do.
teach you.
Hamamana, do 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 do.
Hamamana. That's a
Do
good one,
do
too.
do do do. All right. With the danger gone, you are able to make your way back to the main hall. With nothing weird happens. It's a magic school, but like nothing significantly more weird than usual happens on the way. And when you reach there, you notice that all of the students that had fallen over were awake. Some of them are still a little upset about what they saw in their dreams. Other students have come in with like burn marks and like scratches because they've been fighting off the nightmares the entire time. But for the most part, everyone seems okay. You also notice that the amount of candy on those tables is gone. It's just regular food now. And also, all the decorations that are in the Great Hall are kind of shit. They're not as cool or as spooky or as Halloweeny. Like, you can tell now the goop is like the stuff you put on windows just slapped on the stone wall. The bats that are flying around the ceiling are obviously have like strings and they're like black balls with like paper wings. Like, it's still kind of cool, but it's not as
Can't have a
good.
cooler nightmare than we have a reality. That's sad.
Next year, we're hiring Kat to decorate.
Do we see any pie yet?
There is, in fact, a pumpkin pie at the table you were
Yay.
sitting at.
Just make sure it's not turmeric.
So in Cat's Nightmare, there was no pie.
There's no pie. The only redeeming factor of Halloween is that there is potentially pumpkin pie due to its proximity to Thanksgiving season. So in her nightmare, the pie wasn't there. There was no redeeming point to this.
That's just hilarious.
The headmaster, Jeremiah Troglog, who looks a little muffled from, like a little muscled up from having dropped onto his face, unconscious, is standing there assuring some students that everything is all right. And he sees the four of you come in, and he says, "Ah, the heroes of the hour!" And he quickly reaches into his jacket and pulls out the two of hearts and hands it over to Crane and says, "You deserve to have this card. It's yours now." It's yours now. I forgot the word syllable? Weird. Anyway, English failed me for a second. He hands you your card.
My pronoun is your.
But yes, he says, "Congratulations, all four of you! In the face of danger, in the face of fear, you are able to stand courageous and prove that together we are stronger than any of the terrifying things that roam in the night."
I mean, it wasn't that scary.
You were asleep.
Mostly just a lot of Capri Sun.
Capri Sun's only scary because it's not vegan.
We didn't eat the cursed candy, so we didn't have to face our fears.
Wait, is Capri Sun not? Wait, I thought Capri Sun was vegan. Hang on.
Capri Sun vegan?
There's gotta be far too much plastic in it to
I'm
actually
just
be vegan.
memeing.
I mean, plastic isn't.
The original Capri Sun is vegan. It does
Damn.
not contain any animal derivatives
Wow.
and are suitable for a vegan diet.
Oh my
This is
god.
that's the
That's
Capri
why I was
Sun-
so
The
good.
Capri
at
Sun FAQ on
surfing.
Capripedia.
Now, why do you say the original?
There are different flavors.
Yeah, there's different flavors.
There are
So
different flavors,
Different
yeah.
flavors are not
And what, are
vegan.
one of those flavors beef? Like, they're not eating. Like,
It's fruit.
Fruit is vegan?
Now I've got to Google non-vegan Capri Sun.
I hate that this is going to be... Yeah, I hate this very much. I'm going to finish the adventure
Capri Sun
now.
products are suitable for a vegan diet.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Shows what you know, Crane. Capri Sun are vegan.
That's why I was good at surfing on it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
And then the lights go down. And the circle closes.
Yeah, no. Jeremiah Troglog says, I would award you all points for your wonderful performance, except you're all from different houses, so it would balance out. And also, we don't force our children to compete in this school? That seems very counterintuitive to the learning process to put that sort of, like, dividing factor between... Anyway, happy Halloween, everyone! And all of the upset children kind of go, happy Halloween! And the end! Hooray!
Applause.
That was weird.
Oh, that was
I
great.
liked it. Can we do it again next year?
What, the exact same adventure again next year?
Oh,
I
no,
want
not
the
the
exact same
exact
school. I want the same school, and I want to use these characters again. But with blood.
Alright, well, sure. We did it! Yes! Yay!
Did it.
Hooray!
I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, both
That was
in-game
so
and
much
in
fun.
chat.
That was fun.
I kind
That
of,
was so wild.
I kind of pulled it out my butt. I was thinking about it for, like, the last 3 weeks, but I didn't actually, like, put anything down in writing until this morning, so I was really hoping it was any good.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
But yeah, thank you
That's
guys.
fair. I think most of us didn't really put our characters together until sometime within the last 24 hours.
I did it. I did it 3 hours before we started. Hey.
Jun and Essie were, like, plotting
13
out
days ago.
deep character lore within the first day.
Yeah.
The only thing I had day one was you said, hey, you need an animal. And I said, can I have a labradoodle? And you said, those things are demons. They're made with magic. Yes, you can have a labradoodle.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's it. That's as far as I got.
But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves. I had fun. I thought this was really great.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for DMing this. It was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
I had a delightful time.
Good, good. Happy Halloweenie, everyone. And thank you all to
Happy
chat
Halloween.
for sitting through this and watching with us. I hope you enjoyed as well. I'm going to switch over to this one so we can do the outro. So this is the last Halloween stream for the channel. We're not doing this anymore. It's over. Starting tomorrow, it's Christmas. Yay!
The 2 months of Christmas.
2 months of Christmas, exactly.
I'm ready.
I don't want to put anything into like the stone here, but I do think we are going to have some more tabletop streams in the future. Maybe monthly, maybe on like a holiday to holiday basis, but we are going to do more TTRPG content on this channel. Next week, we're probably going to play Among Us on Friday, and then we're going to start baking some holiday cakes on Saturday. Both of those will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, so hopefully you can join me. It's Christmas, Charlie Brown. Yes, it absolutely is. Before we go, though, I want to give one more shout out to my wonderful players. Thank you, Sono. What's your Twitch again? It is Karate Bug Mom.
Karate Bug Mom.
I am the Karate Bug Mom.
You are the Karate Bug Mom on Twitch. Go follow Sono.
On Wednesdays and Sundays, you can come watch me make cat noises for 3 hours.
Go yeah. Thank you. I'm trying to get the credits to actually roll properly. There we go. We also have Tegan. You are 1/3 of the Impossible Coin podcast. Where can we find you, Tegan?
You can find me wherever podcasts are found. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, but we hate posting there. We also just started an Instagram where we post previews every week, little sound bit previews of us talking about whatever the title card part means, so you won't miss that part.
Very nice.
Usually it's one of the best parts of the show, so.
Honestly, yes. And it's a video game podcast, believe it or not. They talk about video games. It's really nice. I like it. And then Essie and Jun, you guys are my Coopervisors. I don't pay you for the work you do, but do you have anything you want to show while you're here?
No, we're just here to help you.
All right,
help you
well,
entertain others.
I tried. So yeah, that's gonna be our stream today. Let's find somebody to raid. Who's online right now? We have Tabatai Cooking is making chicken mole and tomato rice. That's nice.
Ooh,
Let's see
Tabatai,
who.
time to eat.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna go for Tabatai. So yeah, let's go raid them, and I will see all of you guys later. Tabatai, is there a underscore here? No, there's not. It is one word. I have to ask myself that every single time. Oh, is it slash raid? Yeah, it's slash raid.
Oh, you don't have a raid button?
I do not have a raid button. I'm using slobs, and I don't have.
Yeah. See, I use that and the browser.
Yeah, no, I don't. I can't use the browser because my computer like puts too much effort into running Chrome, and I need that power for running like game or whatever. So I don't have the browser open. But yeah,
okay.
We're gonna go bother them. Thank you again, guys. Have a happy Halloween. Woo! Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.